allowing them to resume while the court fight continues. This has ramped up. Immigration enforcement continues in Chicago, known as Operation Midway Blitz.
It's a series of targeted arrests. They focus on an individual who's undocumented with a criminal record. The targets are known to law enforcement, but out on the street because of sanctuary policies or cashless bail. ICE agents rounded up people in the northwest suburb Palatine yesterday. Today, we know that some of them are operating on the south side.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Chicago, which the president also keeps warning could be next for a federal crime crackdown.
We're bringing back law and order to our country.
And the president again criticizing Illinois' Democratic governor at a religious liberty event where he announced the education department will issue guidance protecting prayer in public schools. President Trump's effort to overturn a defamation case and an $83 million award for author E. Jean Carroll is rejected. An appeals court panel saying the president's legal team failed to identify any grounds that would warrant reconsidering. The president's lawyers asking for a new trial after a Supreme Court ruling expanding presidential immunity. The president denies sexual abuse and defamation of Carroll, but was found liable in separate cases that could end up at the high court. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
No, I'm here. Everything's good. We're all sitting together and look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, the mechanical mangler at your controls. It's Flounder.
The day I was born.
It's Monday. But what the heck? It's a beautiful sunny day. Braves are back in town. Got a ball game tonight. Falcons suck, and they didn't suck actually, but they were the Falcons.
They're consistent.
It's just I couldn't freaking believe in fact, I almost texted you when they pulled it out at the end. It's like, oh my God, they're going to win oh God.
They had like 13 chances to score a touchdown. Ridiculous.
God. And then they made that one right, just a student body sweep to the left, which to try to make a touchdown to get a first down. You can't drag out guys who are speedier than you are when you're driving. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, we got all this stuff going on. And sports up the gazoo. I'm going to talk about tennis. We're going to talk about the Falcons. We're going to talk. Have you ever watched roof ball? Do you know what that is?
No.
Flounder, have you ever heard of roof?
I've never heard of roof ball.
ROOF ball, like on your roof. Do you know what roof ball is? You don't know what it is. Honest to God, I'm just, I'm skipping around and I see on one of the channels.
The Ocho?
Well, no, it's like one of the ESPN Light or 821 in the dial, which is ESW or I don't know what it means. Anyway, so I'm watching and it says roof ball. I said, well, it said roof ball is a contest where you have your friends standing on your driveway and you take a football and you try to hit the air vent on your roof. Okay, there's a vent that comes out on your top of your peak of your house. Has not at the top of the house, but on one of the angles, like over a garage. There's a vent sticking up there. And your goal is to take a football and hit the vent, and an even bigger goal. And then when the football, you can't throw it over the house by mistake, because you also have to catch the football when it bounces off the roof back to you. So you have to hit the vent, and you can win extra whatever by having it go around the vent, bouncing off the wall around the vent, and coming back down the roof, and then it bounces down the roof in all kinds of funny shapes, and you have to catch it. and it's called Roof Ball. They have a championship.
And
They
you
have
watched this?
oh my God! They have it's on TV.
Well, of course he did.
It's on TV, and it's guys, and they have teams, they have championships, they have trophies, they have final division. That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't stop watching Roof Ball.
I used to do it with my dog. I'd kick a plastic football up on the roof, and then we both chased it when it fell down.
But see how it bumbles, and you could miss. I mean, it's possible that you could miss it. Well, that's part of the game. Honestly, God, it looks hysterical. And if they throw it over the roof, crap, because you got to go run and get it, and you get 0, whatever. I mean, honestly, I couldn't. I mean, I watched it for 6 or 7 minutes. I didn't spend any time on it. But just going, oh my God, who thought of this? And how the hell did it become a television thing with championship trophies and playoffs? I mean, playoffs. I couldn't believe it. Roof Ball. Anyway, so let's. Honestly,
it's probably more entertaining than that Falcons ending.
Well, God, here, and we'll talk a lot about it, but still, I just, what the hell?
That's what they do. They lose season openers in the worst way possible at home.
And they started out, I mean, it looked like it was going to be a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just really, here
and
we
then
go.
what happened? What happened? They completely changed what they were doing offensively.
Yeah.
They were throwing to Bijan Robinson out in space. He did what we've finally been waiting for 3 years. He made people miss for 60 yards.
Right.
So what did they do after that?
Yeah.
Off tackle, up the middle.
Student body left, student body right. Yeah,
we'll throw it a low percentage pass to the sidelines. Oh, it's time to punt. Let's run it up the middle, run it off tackle.
I'll tell you.
I mean, they're idiots.
Our quarterback has a freaking arm.
Yes.
He's got a rocket.
Beautiful spirals. And no one to throw them to now.
And I'll say this too: the little guy from Tampa Bay, the
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. I don't remember seeing a more accurate quarterback throwing from being in trouble than this guy did in that game. I mean, when he was, scrambling, running, and he heaves a ball. In fact, the last one that gave them the winning touchdown, basically, because we missed the kick. But their last touchdown pass, if you look at that, he was running, scrambling, and he threw that damn thing a mile, and it was 4 inches away from our very good defender's coverage. He was all over the receiver, and it was 4 inches from his fingertips. The guy caught it and scored the touchdown. Yep. I mean, and he did like 3 passes like that. I thought, oh my God, they were perfect from running and scrambling, and they were perfect passes.
My friend Jeff, a big listener to the show, summed up. He's been following them since the 70s. I've been following them since the 60s, the Falcons.
Yeah.
What sums up what it is to be a Falcons fan. To be a Falcons fan is to every year believe you're Charlie Brown and Lucy is not going to jerk that football out from under you when you try and kick it.
Yeah.
Being a Falcons fan is every year you're Linus, and this is the year the Great Pumpkin's going to show up in the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Except being a Falcons fan in reality is you're sitting up Christmas Eve, you hear Santa Claus land on the roof, you hear him blow his brains out, and his body falls down the chimney.
Oh, my God, man.
That's what being a Falcons fan is.
Well, yeah. Oh, wow. That was a pretty good story up till the end there.
That's the Falcons.
No, I know.
Pretty good. Till we get to the Super Bowl.
It's like Cub fans. Historic Cub fans.
No, they've got a championship.
Well, yeah, one in 100 years.
Like a long time ago. Falcons. Okay, the Falcons been playing 60-plus years
well, yeah,
now.
That's true. How is that possible, by the way?
And they've been to 2, and they lost in the 2 most embarrassing ways possible to lose a Super Bowl. One off the field and one on the field.
Yeah, that's right. Same game.
They're a laughingstock to Atlanta. Yeah. They are. Until they win a Super Bowl, they are a laughingstock.
I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Outside of the L.A. Clippers.
And then Koo, how the hell did he miss that kick?
Yeah, and not even close. Not even
right from the beginning.
What happens when you screw up for your team? What happens? What do? You stand there and you take the questions.
Yeah.
Instead, he left.
Really?
He left for his teammates to have to answer questions about him.
That's cheesy.
And cowardly.
And you know what else? I know we spend a lot of time on football, but so what? It's what we feel like it. Mike Tomlin. Did you hear what Mike Tomlin said about his kicker? He's gotten actually some flack for it. Mike Tomlin was asked about, because I guess his kicker wanted
60 yards or something. Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, when people asked about, boy, what a guy showed his. Mike Tomlin said, my kicker is a serial killer. My kicker is a serial killer. He has a heartbeat of nothing. He can't wait to get in there because he doesn't feel a thing. I'm going, oh my God, it calls him a serial killer. Hey, you got to be. I mean, that's what the hell? I mean, obviously, you know, it meant mentally.
Buffalo,
but again,
41-year-old guy. He was basically had to run across country to get there in time to play and kicks the winning field goal.
Yeah, I know.
Younghoe Koo can't hit a 44-yarder. Couldn't do it last year either.
I thought it was all done because he had been hurt and now he's not hurt, and so he kicked. Didn't he kick 3 others or 2?
He kicked two others.
2 others.
Yeah, longer, I believe, than 44. But when the game was on the line and the pressure was down, he was so far wide right, it's like he played for Florida State.
Do we know anything about the hold? Could it have been 2 inches leaning to the right or anything? Is that a thing? No. Well, no, I'm serious. I want to be fair
it's always
because
to the right, but still.
Well, no. Hey, well, I dress to the left, officer. But seriously, if the hold is slightly at an angle, up or back or whatever, it can, obviously can. But I haven't heard anybody. I haven't heard the holder, and I don't know who that is. I can't remember. Say anything about. I don't know. It's too bad. In fact, he should have been there to answer. How did you miss that kick?
That's
right. How did you miss that kick?
He's at the Braves game to hold up jerseys, but he's not there to answer questions.
How did you kick? Anyway, 3:03, almost 3:12. Very quick. We'll talk some more about that. We got a lot of things to do. I'm going to talk about tennis too. I couldn't believe what I saw on TV. First of all, Pete Davis weekend football, obviously, but.
Pretty quiet watching football. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Yeah. Just a gorgeous day.
I got up for a little chopper ride yesterday. Nobody hit me. Guy tried to. Yeah, a couple of warning shots. I ended that real fast. Flounder, are you Mrs. Flounder, the lovely Veronica?
Very relaxing weekend, watching football and hanging out on the deck and grilling out.
And now, did you get your lawnmower and all that stuff?
No.
That sounded like a rather direct answer.
Our neighbor.
Sorry, I asked.
Our neighbor had had a baby, a beautiful baby girl. Mary Charles.
You mentioned.
And we watched
Mary Charles.
Mary Charles.
Excellent.
And we watched their dog Jacob all weekend. So kind of an older dog. So we had to.
What kind of dog is Jacob?
German Shepherd.
Oh, really? Shepherds all my life. Rin Tin Tin's great granddaughter. I'm Heidi.
Beautiful dog. Lucas does not like him, but
I was going to ask you how about the cat? I mean, how about Winston?
Winston gets along with him. Lucas didn't. He kind of either hung out.
Well,
in the
cats
closet.
don't. No, yeah. I was playing with one of the barn cats this weekend. I put some video on Facebook, and I've got.
It's funny though because we get deer in our backyard in the morning. We get like a lot of deer. Veronica puts like food out there for them and stuff like that, and they bed back there. And the other morning, Lucas was out there, and the deer came up, and they were just kind of like.
Checking each other out.
Yeah,
they'll do that. Back when I first got Jack the Good Boy, I used to ride him through the nature trails. Chicago has nature trails that go from Wisconsin down to Indiana or someplace. And I used to go. The stable was right near the entrance to the forest preserves, and I would go ride through the forest preserves at various times of the day when no one else was out there riding on Jack the Good Boy. And he would go. Deer would come right up to him because I was just part of the horse. They didn't look at me as a human and get all freaked out. They would come up while on horseback, and I would just sit there quietly, and they, it was animal.
So they didn't look at you as a man, kind of like a lot of the women.
Well, again, that was my divorce. That's when I got my horse when I got divorced from my wife. I still love today. In fact, my wife just texted me. I'll mention that. Oh, in fact, one of the texts. Well, we'll talk about it. Anyway, 3:14. All right, here it's Monday. We started the show in about 15 minutes. At spectacular. Live-a-ganza. It's all coming up. Come here, Pete and Flounder. And you, 404-741-1230. Ooh, poems and singing. Oh, my God, it's all coming up your way. Look out. Here we go.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
You know, I've been lucky. I've been hitting a card on my chopper. I haven't had to sue anybody, and I'm kind of looking forward to the first time because I got David Van Sant on my quick speed dial action Amundo here from Van Sant Law. And again, you know, I talk about accidents all the time because that's, you know, a common thing. But David Van Sant is a personal injury lawyer. So if something happened to you or some of your family, something you've been wronged and you're due something, maybe somebody, screwed you out of a contract or a deal or whatever, or, it could be anything, an accident, whatever different kind. If you have something that happened to you and you need to get compensated for it, that's where David Van Sant comes in. Now, you can argue with insurance companies, but they all have their tables and charts. They're very famous for that kind of stuff. Well, David used to do that for a living, too, with insurance companies. But now, he knows all the ins and outs, and they know that he knows all the ins and outs. And since he's on the actual super lawyers list in Georgia, that's a real thing. And he's been on it for years and years because he gets a job done, and he tends to win and make the insurance companies pay more than they want to. It's complicated. Let David sort it out for you. Whatever happened to you, he'll take care of it. Here's a number, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, VanSantLaw.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the Grand Slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in-store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out as the Nationals and Pirates come to town September 22nd through the 28th. Fans can look forward to the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead giveaway presented by Truist, Los Bravos Night powered by Georgia Power, the Kids Club Appreciation Party, and so much more, with tickets starting at just $7. There's a great seat no matter your budget. Head to Braves.com/promos for all the details. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When it comes to mowing, you'll want to run the perfect play for your lawn. So, get an Exmark. Their mowers are built to perform like a champion. With legendary cut quality, unbeatable durability, and pro-level speed, Exmark helps you score the perfect yard week after week. Don't fumble your mowing season. Put Exmark in your starting lineup. Available now at Howard Brothers. They're the team that has your back no matter the season. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a 3rd-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Veterans across Braves country are returning to our communities and need a trusted resource to navigate life beyond military service. The Warrior Alliance is expanding our impact and needs your support to change thousands of lives for the better. This is Kelly Kroll, and I'm inviting you to join us for an exciting benefit dinner, followed by an Atlanta Braves private event on Friday, September 12th to support veterans and their families. Special guests include powerful veteran testimonies and five-time All-Star Andrew Jones. Tickets are on sale now at thewarrioralliance.org.
Oh, sorry. No, it's, I'm so sexy. Or whatever. Yeah, that's Rod Stewart.
Hot legs.
Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart in 2005 was ordered to pay a Las Vegas casino $2 million for skipping out on a concert. Old Rod was unable to play, he said, at the Rio Hotel and Casino because his voice disappeared after an operation to remove a cancerous thyroid tumor. Rod Stewart said his voice only recovered in time to begin a world tour later. And he had to give a performance of shows to make up for it or something. Anyway, Rod Stewart. All right, no. Everybody loves him but me. His voice is like scratching of my earballs. Birthdays include, I know. It's all tied together. My earballs. It's like my uvula is positively throbbling right now. Bernie Sanders' birthday. Try to work it out. Bernie Sanders, 84, 80 freaking 4. Bernie Sanders from the communist state of Vermont. And by the way, he is chastising Democrats across America now for not supporting Mamdani, the guy in New York, the communist in New York. So here we go. And by the way, I heard a survey. We're going to talk about a survey in a little bit about kids, young adults aged 18 to 39, and how they are trending way, way, way more toward Mamdani, and that's why the Democrat Party's in trouble.
You get what you vote for.
That's right. And in fact, I just saw a new theme coming out saying, let it fall. And the best thing that could happen in New York City is to elect that guy and then see what happens.
What would he really be able to change?
Well, probably not much because he'd have to go. There'd be things he can't do on his own, but there's an awful lot of executive things he could do on his own. I don't think he can just suddenly say no more billionaires, obviously, or we're going to have a grocery store that determines the prices for. I don't know, but he can do a lot. And by the way, I'll bet you people, if he wins and if he wins big, he's going to get supporters. The councilmen are going to say, well, people love him. We better go along with what he said.
Ben Shapiro was on the Breakfast Club morning show, and he had mentioned he's never held a job before.
Yeah, he's got nothing. It's like Senator John Ossoll, our Georgia senators, and he was a documentary producer.
Like Karl Marx never had a job.
Right.
I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders hasn't really had a job.
Exactly.
Biden.
Communists do not have jobs.
Although he's got 4 houses now, which is kind of interesting for communists. Anyways, that's Bernie's birthday is whatever. What did I say? 84? Good Lord. That's freaking ridiculous. Hold on. My Mr. Phone went dead on me here. Okay, on this day in history, it was 1892. In the Youth's Companion, Francis Bellamy wrote the original version in 1892 of the Pledge of Allegiance. Here's the original version. You don't have to stand to get out of your cars. I'll put your hand in the heart, stuff like that. Here it is. The original, 1892. I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Over the years, adding the words under God in 1954. Have you ever heard the Red Skelton bit? We used to play it quite a bit, but Red Skelton, people don't know who that is anymore, but he was a famous comedian from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, had his own show and everything else, and he did a bit about the Pledge of Allegiance, which is very moving, had music to it, and was kind of a thing. Anyway, under God added in 1954, Bellamy was a devout Christian, believed in the absolute separation of church and state, and did not include the phrase under God in the original pledge. Bellamy also described what became known as the Bellamy Salute as the proper way to salute the flag while reciting the pledge. Due to its resemblance to the Nazi salute, it was replaced with the hand over heart salute in 1942. And by the way, every football game so far that I have seen where they have anything involving the Pledge of Allegiance or anything involving the national anthem, I have yet to see a black football player with his hand over his heart. Not one. Now, I know, I guess because if you're in uniform, you got like to kind of bob around and bob and weave and kind of move your head around, stuff like that. But, you know, again, you know, we all have played sports. I guarantee you I don't count. I'm an old fart. I'm a baby boomer. So, people like us should just go ahead and freaking die. If my coach had ever seen us bobbling back and forth down the Pledge of Allegiance, he would have crapped his pants. We would have been benched. Gee, I mean, my God, how hard is it to put your freaking like this and stand there for 47 seconds? Or 2 minutes? I mean, my God. A little freaking respect for your country. People die so you can be a freaking football player and make... What is our quarterback, Josh Allen? $50 million a year. I'll bet he puts his hand over his heart. Mm-hmm. Gee, again... I get reminded almost every day when I'm out in public, which is only in the weekends. I keep away from people, but almost all the time. Another example of how you're just freaking invisible. How you just don't count, and people just don't give a crap about anything. It's just so freaking grating at this stage of my life that I just hate to say. And when we talk about this stuff, how kids are feeling these days. That's all coming up anyway.
Well, we're going the path of every major civilization that's ever happened.
Yeah, 230 years.
And then it just starts. It gets too large and too unmanageable and too corrupt, and people just lose.
And also, we got too successful. We can do anything from our home. I don't have to leave my chair. If I could have a portable bathroom, I could do everything I need in the world from right here.
You do have portable bathrooms.
Well, okay, portable bathrooms. I mean, whatever. But again, I could order chicks. I could order food. I could buy a car. I could plan a trip if I felt like leaving from here. I could stay here and not ever have. I could do everything you need to do and not ever leave here. I could have somebody clean my clothes. I have everything delivered. I mean, why not? From all over the world on, where is it? Where? This stupid thing. And how easy is that to, you have to shovel snow? Well, no, let's, I mean, it's just, I don't know. God, it's just, these freaking people. God, it's just, we got it too easy. We have it too easy.
It's true.
And AI is going to change. In fact, we're going to talk about, we were kind of joking around about OnlyFans, putting a camera on our show on the OnlyFans thing or whatever. Well, obviously that's not going to be a thing. I mean, there's nothing to offer other than, doing stuff that would actually hurt me.
Well,
we want to see you jump off a two-story, off a balcony and see if you can land on your feet for, $80,000 or something.
I think people would like to see what we say and do the few minutes before we go on the air, because that's some entertaining stuff.
Well, I mean, I'd love to. I mean, it'd be fun.
We'll get one show out, and then they'll fire us.
But anyway, but we're going to do a story about this OnlyFans business, and now this is how young people are seeing. In fact, there were girls, and the guy did the story on this. He was overhearing some high school girls. And at an event someplace, and they were all talking about, what's the matter with OnlyFans? I can't wait. When I'm 18, man, I'm going right on OnlyFans. They're all talking about going on OnlyFans to make money.
It's money. Lose morals and money.
In fact, college courses now, I mean, if you go on college campuses, apparently they're doing that to pay tuition stuff. I mean, they'll do it. And it's become so normal now that, and again, I think they all believe their parents will never find out, or they don't care either way. But and what about future employers? Can't you check to see if somebody was doing porn OnlyFans at the age of 18 and wants to be your, HR secretary or something? I mean,
it kind of was in the past. If you had a nose ring or lip ring, no one was going to hire you.
Tattoos even used to be banned.
But when everybody has a nose ring now, every girl, because they're all showing their individuality by being part of the herd. When they all got a nose ring, you got to hire them.
I know. Right, so here we are. I mean,
I've got one at the bank in Dahlonega. I've got 2 or 3 at the Blue Ridge Ingalls.
I know. It's
and I don't like seeing it, but there's nothing you can say about it.
No. And again, my daughter Jennifer's had one, and then she had it off, and then I can't remember whether she has one again now. I don't remember now.
I don't get it.
But it's just a thing.
It's always usually the people that are more easily led about by the nose. It's like
not her. She's
figuratively and literally wearing a nose ring.
Yeah, she's been in jail. No, I mean for pigs. They keep the pigs from wrestling through your garden because it hurts their nose if they have a big ring in it.
It's also how you pull a bull around.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because they will follow you when you're pulling on their nose rings. Yeah.
or chase you.
Yeah. God. Anyway, we're going to take a break here, but it's a proud day for the Kimmer. I feel kind of like a proud papa, guys. It was on this day in 1986. The Oprah Winfrey Show was broadcast nationally for the first time. Yes, as her original newsman, as the guy who introduced now, ladies and gentlemen, Oprah Winfrey. When she first came to Chicago from Baltimore, I was her newsman, and I introduced her on WLS-TV and ABC television. Oprah Winfrey right here. Oh, thanks, Kim. Have the news a little later.
Would we be able to find that on YouTube or somewhere?
You should be able to find that. It was 1985, I think, or when she first started, and it went national in 1986.
That might be the highlight of the career they'll put on your tombstone.
Yeah, well, she sends me a card every year. It's kind of we had a little thing, but I really 333. I can't. She does.
She had a little thing.
Yeah, she had a little thing. Sort of nice, it turned out. For her, I said. I don't even know what that means.
Attention Patriots, get ready for a clash of conservative titans. Shannon Burke from Florida Man Radio joins the Kimmer Show on Extra 106.3, Thursdays at 5 p.m. Two fearless voices, unfiltered, unapologetic, taking on the left's lies, exposing the swamp, and defending truth, liberty, and America first. Don't miss Shannon Burke and the Kimmer, Thursdays at 5, only on Extra 106.3, Conservative Radio, the way it ought to be.
Well, I never know what to start with at Peach State Windows. My buddy Jeff and his wife, they've known for 25 years. The windows, of course, the vinyl double hung, special energy, big time Charlie. And don't forget this, a lot of codes for building things have changed over the years in Georgia, and your deck may not pass code. If you have to get something going on, they can give you a free deck inspection. It's not a sales thing, it's an inspection. It really might help you out. Also, of course, don't forget the siding issues. I'm a Hardy Plank fan, but whatever your house needs, windows and siding, and checking that deck for you. Here's where you get a hold of them, peachstatewindows.com.
Hey Braves Country, Tom Glavine here. Want to drive like a champion? Start with a clean car from Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With cutting-edge equipment and elite customer service, it's more than a car wash, it's a win. Experience the ultimate clean at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, my go-to car wash destination and the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves.
My car is happy, I am happy, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Hi, Pete Davis here, and football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right now here in Georgia. Playing an Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, interceptions, passing yards, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can start with as little as $1. Play like me. This upcoming weekend, I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to continue his winning ways by going higher on his passing yards projection against Kansas City. It's a rematch of the big game. And Dak Prescott to go lower on his touchdown projections against the Giants. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump, for standing up for the American people. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time to visit Atlanta Safe House and see what a real a real safe looks like. But wait, there's more. Now through the end of the month, save hundreds of dollars on all Browning, Fort Knox safes and vault doors. Drop by one of our locations or go to Atlanta AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays, anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
2004, Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin was guest of honor. Was the unveiling of a statue of the 15th century rebel leader. Now, is Owain pronounced like Gwan or something? Owain, Owain, but I think it's pronounced like Gwan or Gween or Owen or something. You got a little mic accent.
Owen, maybe.
Owen, maybe. Anyway, last name Glyndŵr. A rebel leader from the 15th century. It was at the Pennell Church near Machynlleth, Wales. Robert Plant owns a farmhouse in the area, donated money toward a sculpture of the Welsh prince. 2004, so I got a thing there. Okay. Our birthday list includes Willie Tyler. Willie Tyler's that ventriloquist, Willie Tyler and Lester fame. Willie Tyler is 85. Wow. Of course, I haven't seen him in 40 or 50 years, but he was quite popular. And on this day, hold on, I got one more thing. On this day in history, it was 1504. One of the world's most beloved works of art, David, the 17-foot-tall, 12,000-pound marble masterpiece by Michelangelo Buonarroti, is unveiled to the public in Florence. That's Buonarroti. Buonarroti is Michelangelo's last thing here. Let's see. A single block of white Italian marble. It was rejected by other artists because it was flawed. It depicts a naked David. The biblical hero used a slingshot to slay the giant Goliath. It was done for the Cathedral of Florence in 1501. Took him 3 years. Michelangelo was only 26 at the time he did it. Was decided by a committee that included Leonardo da Vinci and Sandro Botticelli that the statue should be in a more public location, so it would reside in the piazza. It took 40 men 4 days to move it a half mile. The most depictions of David feature a boy. Michelangelo's version was that of a muscular man with a sling in his left hand. And when you think about it, Bible stories, David was a kid. A young kid. Well, Michelangelo's hardly, a little boy. I mean, he's a big, muscular, a big-time macho guy. That was Michelangelo's version, with a sling in his left hand, a rock in his right hand, considered one of the finest examples of what they call high Renaissance art. It was moved indoors in 1873 at the Galleria to protect it from damage, and has a replica in its place at the Piazza. So anyway, a statue of David. 339. We won't make any funny jokes about whether he was lacking in anything due to the sculpturist or whatever, because he was naked. And I don't think they have a fig leaf. I really don't remember ever actually going there.
In the Middle Ages, they put fig leaves on and then they took them off.
And
again.
then, well, there you are. Okay, boys, Flounder, how you doing in there? Everything all right in there? Shall we give this a whack?
Pardon me?
Pete Davis? That's right.
What?
And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Tex Theater Playhouse, where our goal is to bring a tiny ray of hope and grace into your otherwise miserable little lives. Today's episode, I see, said the blind carpenter as he picked up his hammer and saw. The scene, a sprawling suburban Roswell home. Flounder is sitting inside on his sofa, enjoying a bag of Doritos whilst watching some American football. Suddenly, there's a strong knock on the front door. Flounder calmly walks to the door and opens it and finds an officer of the law standing there. Flounder queries the cop.
May I help you, officer?
Yes, we're performing a dragnet door to door and looking for a man with one eye.
Flounder gently rubs the back of his neck and shakes his head.
Gee, officer, I don't really want to tell you how to do your job, but don't you think you'd find it much quicker if you used both eyes?
The officer removes his handcuffs from his belt and says,
"Turn around and put your hands behind your back, sir."
And scene. Did you see what we doing? Oh, Pete, it's like the one was the other with a different person flip-flopped with a Flounder and God, and the grammar of the both eyes were the open. I don't know how it gets any better. I don't know the YouTube applause meter. It went to 13. It went to 30. It's the bubble burst. The bubble burst. Oh, God. It's just another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Tex Theater Playhouse. Yep. Pete Davis, I'm sorry.
You've topped yourself once again, sir.
I don't know. We can
it's
keep
like
going.
Freaky Friday. We switch bodies.
This guy, well, it was...
well, on the break...
Yes.
I hear in there, well, who do you want to be, Flounder?
And I said, gee, maybe the one mentioned the word flounder by the script would be.
And then Pete goes, how about I play
You wrote it. Oh, there you are. Anyway, we'll look forward to the review by the morning crew tomorrow at some point. And by the way, the word dessert can also be, dessert can be dessert your squad as opposed to the dessert you eat, and also desert with an extra S. Just for the record, because they're now going to be checking grammar from now on, even with little jokes.
Even your jokes aren't safe.
Anyway, Trans 342. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's our number, 404-741-12. What's it? 1230. 741-1230. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on the Freaking Monday. We got a lot of newsy stuff, and we got also some a lot of personal stuff and the things that have happened, including an episode. I went to the store today. Also tried to get some underpants, and guess what? Jockeys no longer makes jockeys. I'm not making that up. It's a damn thing.
What are they making?
Well, now they're making some like new material. It's all of like kitten's eyeballs or something instead of cotton. Yeah, I swear to God, I called the jockey store.
Of course, you called the jockey.
I called the jockey store.
Manufacturer.
I called the jockey store.
Unbelievable.
CEO on speed dial.
4 hours on hold, and I thought.
No, seriously. I mean, I'll talk about it later, but honestly,
because they don't. I mean, a lot of boxer briefs and underwear, you don't use cotton anymore because of the material.
They use that crap that's made out of cows' eyes and uteruses of birds or something, where it's all plastic.
Why?
It's because they're idiots.
It's supposed to be absorbent.
Well, I hate it. I just want the old-fashioned underpants. My God, the old-fashioned pouch underpants that go to your waist. And now they have all these stupid bikini things and the banana slug holders and all this kind of crap. And they're made out of freaking plastic. I mean, really, it's that workout. It's that gym workout, plastic.
Oh, no.
God, I can't freaking believe it. Anyway,
sounds like Chafe City right there.
All right, let's have a happy story. Can we do? Let's do a happy story. And by the way, I found this at first hard to believe, but I'm believing it all, and it makes me happy to tell you about it in case you missed it. In Peru, a journalist named Carlos Alberto Mercias Zarate was more surprised by what happened with his canine companion than anyone can possibly imagine. Apparently, somebody went up to this guy's home and threw a stick of dynamite after he lit the fuse into the owner's yard. The dog, Machis, on surveillance footage after the black-clad suspect lobbed the sparkling object onto the front lawn and ran away. The pup, a stout Cocker Spaniel mix weighing 25 pounds, scampered down the stairs of the house directly to the front yard to the explosive, honing in on the fizzling fuse. The dog poked at the fuse, shuffled the dynamite around, and then she bit into it. The fuse went off in her mouth. Well, it's a fuse. The fuse blew in her mouth. It averted near disaster because the dynamite didn't explode because the dog ate the fuse. It was the kind of dynamite used in landmines, according to the police. The dog chewed it and saved our lives, said the guy. He quickly called authorities about the attempted bombing. They have since caught the guy. Don't know what happened or why or whatever. This guy's a journalist, so that may have something to do with it. This is in Peru. The dog's vocal cords were fried, so she no longer has her bark. She like that now.
Oh.
But she is a hell of a celebrity, and she attacked that dynamite stick and ate the fuse and saved the family from getting blown up. Along with her. I mean, that's unbelievable. What a story. 346, Kimmer Pete and Flounder. We got the two big things all weekend long. The girl on the train, that train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Holy cow. And then the girl at the Phillies game who wanted the ball from the little boy. I thought that was all a phony, fake meme thing all weekend.
Bully.
Now we don't even know who the real woman is after someone else got a kid. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 346, Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Those two stories all weekend long, man. Try to get to the bottom of them. Here we go.
Extra 106.3 app is your live connection to the station, streaming free across Georgia. But it's also loaded with all our original shows and podcasts. Listen to exclusive shows from Janelle King, Ben Burnett, and so many more. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past, but there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension, but when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Oxygen tent.
Poured you out of the oxygen tent. In 2003, David Bowie performed the first interactive concert. His performance in 2003 was beamed live into 21 cinemas from Warsaw to Edinburgh. Members of the audience talked to Bowie via microphones linked to ISDN lines and took requests for songs from the fans. Hell, we used to use ISDN lines in radio all the time. That's how we got around. Yeah. They still do that. Hey, Flounder, do we even use ISDN lines again, whatever that is?
I'm not sure. I think everything here is fiber.
Yeah.
Or wireless.
But it used to be, I guess it was a hard line, but I really don't know how it worked, but it was one of the technologies in radio that everybody linked together. Since gone, I think, probably.
Well, I mean, I think that's what they use, Comrexes and things like that. That has a, what Pete kind of has.
Yeah, went from remote action things there. Anyway, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder to the phones. Phone calls, tech priority. A special treat today. Sean from Sean and Shay joining us on the show. Happy Monday, Sean. What's going on, sir?
Sean hung up.
Sean hung up. Goodbye and good luck to you, sir. That's well, then we'll talk about him behind his back. Actually, his niece is making a thing.
Yeah, mention his niece's book. Yeah.
We just got this today. Pete and I were given a copy, and Flounder, you can borrow ours when you like. This is a copy of a book called Sonder, 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 and it's a collection of vent poetry from Jade Miller. Mm-hmm. Jade Miller is Sean's niece and Shay's daughter.
Yes.
And she, bye, sweetie. Was that my girl? I think she just waved to me. Oh, sorry. And Shay's daughter, and she has it's a book of poems. Mm-hmm. And it's
I love the feel of
it's
a great feel to it.
It feels it's a very, very. It feels like silk or something. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, no, first I don't know how old this girl is, so I don't want to say anything. Anyway, and the book is called Sonder, available on Amazon.
Yep.
And now, and the other thing was we heard something about singing. Apparently, now what's
Sean is a musician, has written some songs about you. It'll say
about me,
or at least lines.
How is it possible that? Okay.
And he wants to call in sometime and sing his songs.
404-741-1230.
Anytime, Sean.
1230. In fact, if you call back. We'll do it now. Why in the world would you sing a song about the? Okay, anyway, whatever. Well, anyway, that'd be great. Well, I'd love to do it, and good luck with your niece too. The book,
it's a beautiful book.
Yeah, a book of poems, a book of kind of I don't want to say freestyle. What did they call it? It's called vent poetry.
Really?
Now, it's called a collection of vent poetry. I don't know what that means, but if you read it, it's kind of free flowing and emotional and. Very picturesque. I mean, it's different. It's good stuff. It's interesting. And I don't know her background or how old she is or anything else, but she got new books. So there are. In fact, mine's coming out. Shut Up and Leave Me Alone. My new book's coming out in a couple of weeks. Let's see.
Haiku form.
You too.
That's what I do. We were thinking about having a haiku contest.
Haiku.
So in the next few days, think of a very funny and safe.
Now you have to tell the people. Haiku is not da 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 da. That's not a haiku. A haiku is. Give an example of a haiku. Do you have off the top of your head of haiku verse?
Not off the top of my head. It's 3 lines, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. It's Japanese, but you can make them humorous.
Hey Siri, have Siri read. We'll do this right now. Or Gok or whatever his name is. Grok.
Okay, let's see. Can you give me an example of an amusing haiku?
Sure, how's this? Dog ate my homework. Now teacher's mad. What a mess. Wagging tail laughs last.
Is that a haiku?
That's not a haiku. You're lying. You made that
5
up.
syllables, 7, 5. Classic haiku. Want another?
Yeah, funny one.
Lazy Monday vibe. Boss walks in, spots my catnap. You're fired, he purrs.
Oh, I did.
That was better.
You want
one more?
No. They don't make any sense. It's just.
Tease. Okay, I'll stop.
Called you a tease. Called you a tease.
Is that what she called me?
Yes.
You snake. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, got fun with this tonight.
Oh, Lord. I keep forgetting about it because what am I going to do with it?
Instead of Googling and typing something in, just ask it.
Ask her. I guess that's true.
But come up with a funny haiku, and you can call in to the
Olympics
show.
I mean, why haiku? I mean, they're hard to do.
They're not hard to do. They're very simple. I could do haikus when I was in 3rd grade.
Well, I don't hear you doing one now.
Well, I'll have to find ones I did. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you mentioned. Did you mention Olympics? Did you say the word Olympic there?
I don't
could have sworn you did.
I might have. It's possible.
Winter Olympics start in February.
Okay.
Start writing.
Oh, for the Olympic stories. Yeah, well, that's a Winter Olympics. Okay.
I love Winter Olympics.
I haven't done a Winter Olympic stories.
In Italy.
Do we have those on my Kimmer CD? Olympic stories?
Yes, I believe so.
You think you can find one just to show them what we're talking about?
Yeah, it'll be. Can we do it at the next segment?
Yeah, next hour.
No, immediately.
No. I mean, because
I can. I should be able to find it.
Okay, well, I'll
time for
we got newsy stuff.
No, it's time for a Flounders Funny, I think, isn't it? Close to it.
Oh my God, it is Flounders. I'm sorry.
Growing up in the South, if you don't get married in your 20s, they start making up rumors about you. They're like, no, it's cool. He's always been a candle guy. It's not a big deal. I got a good woman, though. She's from Kansas. Everybody should get a partner from Kansas. They're very easy to impress. Yeah, she's from a town of 89 people. I show her a 4-story building. She's like, how'd they get up there, I'm like, elevators, baby. I'm going to show you the world, Listen, I know being from Alabama and making fun of Kansas is a lateral move. I get that. But when you grow up in the South, everybody tells you that you live in the middle of nowhere. And then you go to the Midwest and you realize you've been lied to, okay? Where I'm from, we talk different and our food's fried, but we can see our neighbors. There's parts of Nebraska that if you got the flu, that'd be the last flu you ever got. There's no medical care. It's like the Oregon Trail. They're going to give you a warm rag and sing a hymn. And Kansas is the flattest place I've ever been, man. I feel like every prison in the country should be in Kansas. You could watch an inmate run away all weekend. Could you imagine the conversation in the guard tower? He's like, listen, Jason, don't shoot him, man. I like to watch him give up. Yeah, there's nothing out there. He's scared to death, Jason. He's running back towards us. Look at him.
Who's that there?
Derek Stroop.
Derek Stroop?
Derek Stroop.
Excellent.
It's either Stroop or Stroup.
Well, either way is fine. I'm goodness. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. And Sean, if you want to call us back, I'd love to hear what you got in mind about this singing thing. Also, geez, we got so many story things to talk about. Another win for Donald Trump with the Supreme Court, another loss for another court with Donald Trump, but that's going to the Supreme Court later, too. Anyway, it's all coming up. Almost 4 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3, the FOM of Atlanta. Go Braves, back in town. We'll talk more sports coming up a lot, too. A lot to talk about. Look out.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
California plans to keep fighting. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. As the Supreme Court clears the way for immigration raids to resume in L.A., Governor Gavin Newsom says every person is now a target in a written statement calling the Supreme Court majority the, quote, grand marshal for a parade of racial terror in Los Angeles. U.S. Attorney Bill Assaili says federal agents are enforcing the law, not racially profiling anyone.
Illegal immigrants tend to be day laborers. They tend to congregate at Home Depot. That's not something in our control. Those are just the facts. And we are allowed to use those facts to form reasonable suspicion, and we can detain people very briefly to figure out if they're here illegally.
The federal prosecutor accusing the California governor and LA mayor of obstructing efforts to enforce the law. Mayor Karen Bass calls today's Supreme Court ruling un-American. It stays a lower court decision that blocked the raids while the legal fight continues. As the president keeps warning that a federal crime crackdown will expand, he's pointing to the recently released footage of a deadly subway stabbing in Charlotte, North Carolina, where a 23-year-old woman who fled war-torn Ukraine was killed by another passenger.
Lunatic just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
The suspect has a lengthy record.
DeCarlos Brown with quite a criminal history. Arrests ranging from the misuse of the 911 system to assault on a female. Once again, raising concerns about the revolving door from local judges and local municipalities about letting criminals out too soon.
Fox's David Spunt. Bond denied in Maryland for the man accused of killing a 19-year-old woman whose body was found nearly 2 weeks after video footage shows her getting into a car. The Dow up 114 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
All right, we'll let you guys judge whether to do it or not. Here we go. Stand by. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's your Monday? Beautiful day in the neighborhood and cooler. Holy cow. Like 72 coming into work this morning instead of 91. 2002, Iron Maiden singer Bruce Dickinson began his new job as an airline pilot. The heavy metal singer qualified as a $50,000 a year first officer with Gatwick-based airline Astraeus, maybe. He took holidaymakers to Portugal and Egypt. Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden became an airline pilot. Okay, God bless America. Let's see, our birthday list includes James Mad Dog Mattis, the famous jarhead general who also got out of favor with Donald Trump as a former big-time aide, and then he's 75 years old, Mad Dog, 75. And I'm not even really sure what happened behind the scenes, whatever, but some of Mad Dog Mattis's famous phrases are, for example, again, this is a Marine commander guy. I come in peace. I did not bring artillery, but I'm pleading with you with tears in my eyes. If you frank with me, I'll kill you all. Or be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everybody you meet.
Yeah, everybody in the room. Yeah.
It's quite fun to shoot them, It's a hell of a hoot. It's really fun to shoot some people. But one more, and check this out. James Mad Dog Mattis, again, on the other side of his life, he said, quote, if you haven't read hundreds of books, you are functionally illiterate, and you will be incompetent because your personal experiences alone are not broad enough to sustain you. I mean, he was a thinker, among other things, but he was also a killer, and a good one.
Still alive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. His birthday, 75 years old. Let's see. Well, that's fine. And, let's not do each other. Flounder, and now you guys judge. It's kind of long, and this isn't old. We were talking about, Pete mentioned that the Winter Olympics are in February, and I used to do during the Summer Olympics. God, this had to be, it was 96?
Yeah.
So this was 30 years, short of 30
29.
years. Yeah, 29 years ago. And we had the Olympics in Atlanta, and not every day, but three times a week, when I went into work, I would just do that. I was so excited about the Olympics in many ways, and I was making fun. Who's the guy who used to tell all the stories, the Olympic stories? And real sad sap, and the father was there to see the son. It was one famous NBC reporter, not Buds Wilkinson, but a fat, chubby guy. He got even fatter and fatter. He used to do the Masters, and he used to do stories.
Vern Lundquist?
Vern Lundquist used to do stories. I'm sure it was Vern Lundquist or someone like him. He used to do this. Used to do stories of athletes, and it was like the takeoff in the Woody Allen movie about the guy talking about the legless pitcher kind of deal. And he would do stories like that. So as a takeoff on him, a real guy, I did these fake Olympic stories, and it's a little long. Should we play it and tell them what we're doing, or is this worth it, or what?
Go for it.
All right, Flounder, if you will. This is from 29 years ago, the Kimmer Olympic stories here in Atlanta.
Who will ever forget the moment? The Summer Games of 1992. 12-year-old Svetlana Kostakurov from Chechnya, the youngest Olympian in history, scores a perfect 10 on the uneven parallel bars in the preliminaries. Then, to the amazement of the Barcelona crowd, she does it again on the tumbling routine after completing the first ever quintuple twisting somersault. A 4-foot, 74-pound package of pigtails brings the crowd to its feet as she enters the Olympic arena for her last event, the vault. Can she continue the magic? Will little Svetlana yield to the pressure as the eyes of the globe pierce her tiny world? And now it's time. She signals to the judges, I am ready. The sudden hush is deafening. Not a sound as little Thumbelina, her new international nickname, sprints toward the vault and a place in history. Then it happens. Unseen by the crowd, but picked up later by TV cameras, a jealous member of the Bulgarian team hawks a big loogie right in her path. Little Svetlana's now only 12 feet from the vault, her eyes as big as saucers, her teeny muscles straining for perfection. And suddenly, she skids on the booger and slams full speed into the metal apparatus, severing her right leg clean off at the hip. The dream is over, and the nightmare begins. After a severe thrashing from her coach, Svetlana is sent home in disgrace. Her father, of course, is executed immediately, leaving only her mother and 17 brothers and sisters, siblings she has never seen, since she was taken from her family at the age of 1 when a Chechnyan Olympic official noticed her skill on the swing set at Comrade Kindergarten. Now, a year after Barcelona and 3 years before the games come to Atlanta, Svetlana seeks a miracle to compete again. As luck would have it, a mortar attack on her village leaves several casualties, and the coach who had thrown her off the team now discovers a tiny limb that reminds him of Svetlana. He convinces Chechny's finest surgeons to attach the appendage to his former star athlete. After 2 years of blood doping and steroid therapy and another full year of weight training and chemical injections, Svetlana seems almost as good as new. She makes the team. She comes to Atlanta. The joy in her heart is overwhelming. The little Thumbelina has another chance to bring glory to her motherland and the family she doesn't know. And then, only 2 days ago, while accidentally stumbling upon some documents the coach had kept from her, tiny Svetlana discovers the secret of her recovery. The leg she calls her own. The leg that may propel her to the greatest glory the Olympics has ever seen belonged to her twin brother Yuriev, who was dismissed from the boys' training camp for severe acne. And now, could it be, thanks to facial disfigurement and a lucky single mortar shell, that tiny Svetlana will get the gold she has fought so hard to claim? You'll see her tonight, bathed in drama, draped in glory, the spirit that is the Olympics, and another Olympic story.
Yes. Yes, there you go. Anyways. Olympic stories. And poor Jim Cook. He was our prediction guy. The problem, I would go into, I would write these scripts, and it was like, we went on here at 3 o'clock or something. I'd come in at like 2:42. I'd say, Jim, I got a new script. And he says, oh my God, man. Because there were like 19, production music things in there, drum roll and stuff. So, it really was a thing to put it together. But, and the poor bastard had to do it.
And the horns were perfect, the way the horns came in at the end.
Anyway, so that, the problem was, it's kind of hard in modern day, these days radio. We really don't do that kind of thing anymore. It's just, I don't even know if we have the capability of doing that kind of thing in these studios, this digital stuff. I really don't.
But, anyway. But it's very busy now.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of fun. It was kind of like, well, it's all right. We didn't get too distracted there. Thank you, boys. 404-741-1230, 404-741-1230, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. All right, two stories that popped up on my phone, and I still am amazed at the story of that young woman, Irina Zarutska, from Ukraine, escaping the war in Ukraine. And she is in Charlotte on the little train, the North Carolina train, and behind her is a career criminal, and he stands up in front of everybody, pulls out a knife, and slits her throat and kills her. And you've seen the video.
It's evil. It's pure evil. That's what it is.
And aside from the crime, I mean, let's not even, aside even from the crime, the fact that nobody stopped him, nobody did anything. It was
too quick. No one could have stopped him.
No one could have stopped the knife, but they could have stopped him from getting off the train. Nobody did anything. It looked like the video. People said that it looked like nobody even realized that he had killed her.
Right.
That they were all either on their phones or not paying attention, or shocked, and nobody moved, nobody did anything. He just calmly took his hoodie off and walked off the train. Anyway, so I mean, aside from the horrible thing that happened, from a news standpoint, I mean, as a former news director and operations manager, a master's degrees in journalism, and I've been doing this for 50, 60 years, more than believe me, a story of a woman, a young, beautiful, blonde, white woman from Ukraine escaping war, slaughtered on a train in the piece of Charlotte, North Carolina, in the middle of of everybody who's sitting there watching it, by a career criminal, after Donald Trump's talking about the safety to people on public transit in New York, and the Marine, the choking thing, and all the stuff that's gone on. Nobody wants to cover this story except Fox. New York Times, not a peep. MSNBC, nothing. Washington Post, nothing. CNN, nothing until today. And they completely ignored it, bypassed it, and honest to goodness, I've never seen anything like this, how they could, as a news editor The fact that this is a woman from Ukraine, a young woman escaping war, slaughtered in the peaceful little town of Charlotte on a public train, slit in the throat, and they didn't think this would be an important story to talk about people, especially from Ukraine and the war. I mean, my God, there's like 4 different points of interest as a news guy, and they ignored it all.
After all the Ukrainian stories, top stories we've heard the last few years in Ukraine, we finally have one over here seeking refuge. It just shows the media, the liberal media, doesn't care if black men kill white women. They don't care if black men kill white people. They don't care if black men kill other black men and black people. As long as it's a black man doing the crime, the liberal media will cover it up.
And there's another point that makes it even worse. Charlotte has a Democratic mayor who thanked the reporters in the media for ignoring it.
Yeah.
What's her name? Let's see. Mayor Vi Lyles posted Saturday, gee, I want to thank our media partners and community members who have chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irina's family. On the other hand, people are saying her refusal to condemn senseless, horrific, and preventable violence is as telling as it is despicable. Violent criminals, regardless of who they are, what they look like, need to be in jail. Soft on crime policies by the Democrats, one after another. Elon Musk said lack of coverage of the killing by mainstream media, resharing the post, counting how many articles the outlets did written about the stabbing, along with a comment, 0. Nothing. They ignored it. The murder of a white woman by a black man drew many responses from everybody. They talk about the horror of what happened in her country since 2022. Still wearing her work uniform. She worked at a pizza place. Was still in her work uniform on the train. And this scumbag homeless guy has more than a dozen convictions, served 5 years for armed robbery, also then just assaulted his sister, tried to kill her, one thing after another. What was the other comment by the mayor? I forgot.
Said that basically we cannot arrest our way out of this problem.
Quote, we cannot arrest our way. In other words, if you start just arresting people, that's not going to solve it. Actually, yes, it will.
It does.
That's exactly how you end the problem. Put him in jail. My
Mental institution, jails, whatever you got to do.
This guy had 12 cases against him. There's so many more things to talk about. This is just totally freaking outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. And I don't know what, we'll see. How could an editor look at himself in the mirror going on what's going on in America today and ignore this story?
You have black and white groups calling for justice for him because they're afraid that he won't get justice. Here's justice for him. Take him out in public and shoot him in the eye.
Well, the second story of this is the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe pops up for this guy. Not for the victim.
For justice.
For this guy. Coming up. 4:16. Kim Repeat and Flounder. Sorry, Flounder. I'm late here. Here we go. We're back.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
I guess it's natural, me being an attorney, that I get interested in the Supreme Court and its decisions. One Supreme Court decision in 2005 irritated me, alarmed me, scared me more than any other decision I've ever heard of or read. Kelo versus New London, Connecticut. The Supreme Court said that under the Fifth Amendment, the government of New London could seize some nice waterfront property and give it to some private developers if they promised to build some homes on it that would produce more tax revenue than the property was producing. It was wrong then, it's wrong now. No property is safe. Under that ruling, any developer could go to a government and say, look, the house on that acre over there is really dilapidated. Seize it, give it to me. I'll build a house that will pay you double that in property taxes. So now it's happening again. Near Trenton, New Jersey, a family farm owned by the family for 175 years. The township of Cranberry, New Jersey, wants that land. Yes, they want to hand it off to some developers so the developer will produce some low-income housing over the next decade. The units will be owned and operated by a private developer. There's a community not far from where I live in Naples called Naples Park. There are some homes in Naples Park that were built during World War II. Single-car garage, maybe 1,000 square feet, but it's prime property. All we need is some developer around here to say, look, condemn a whole block of these homes, hand it over to me, and I'll build homes that will sell for $800,000 a piece. Imagine the tax revenue. This is a complete outrage. Under our laws and Constitution, this should never be allowed to happen. But maybe you'd better take a look at your property. Could some developer build something nicer on your property that would pay more taxes? Be afraid. Be very afraid. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
How's that lawn looking? Have you got contractors and builders putting in somebody's backyard and stuff? At Landscaping Supplies, wholesale supply company Stovall and Company, third generation family. You know, Paul and the boys are 11th location up in Canton now, where they have the plants and the flowers and the trees and the bushes and the sprinkler systems and irrigation systems and rocks and boulders. I'm telling you, and being a family business, they specialize in this. If you need it, it's probably on the way already. Honestly, they really take care of business. And if you need something they don't have, they'll actually tell you where else to spend your money to get it. You got to love these people. StovallInc.com.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetc.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Hey, Atlanta Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the honest car guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because honestly, it's best for you to trade in a car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Well, I got a wailing guitar here. It's John Bon Jovi. Big number 1 hit here. 1990, John Bon Jovi, number 1 in America, Blaze of Glory. Number 2 in Britain. was in the motion picture Young Guns 2, which is why it was originally recorded for the movie. 1990. John Bon Jovi. Is this a non-singing one? Do we know?
I hope.
The long intro? It's kind of ponderous here, I'm thinking. Yeah. Is he trying to go country there or something? Or what's the deal there, Flounder? Is that a thing with this guy?
No, it was he did a score. It was for Young Guns 2.
Young Guns 2,
and it was a big hit at the time.
Yes.
I remember vaguely.
Yeah.
Big gun lover. Yeah, kind of a country. This sounds reasonable for that movie. I saw the original Young Guns. I didn't see this one, I think.
Thank you.
I don't know. Sorry. Meow. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Our birthday list includes Kennedy. Kennedy is 53. You know who Kennedy is? She's a girl with the black glasses, or she changes now. They're giant glasses. And here's what I'm going to read you exactly what it says here. Kennedy is 53. Rolling Stone, the magazine, Rolling Stone voted her the most hated MTV VJ of the 90s. Now she's on Fox News. Go figure.
53. Wow.
53 years old, and she's married and very provocative and smart. But I didn't know she was an MTV DJ.
Oh, yeah, she was very liberal.
VJ, yeah. Well, not anymore.
She grew up.
Yeah, I guess she got mugged.
Leela is on the phone, wants to talk to you.
Leela, hey, baby, how you doing? What's up with you today, sweet darling?
I'm doing fine. I'm in Lexington, North Carolina, which is about 50 miles north of Charlotte. We moved up from Atlanta. And I have a little more news about that cretin that killed that woman.
Yes.
He had been arrested and released 14 times.
We heard 12.
The judge is Tracy Stokes. So you look at the picture, you'll know that she's a DEI.
Oh, boy.
The last one, she released him with a written paper saying that, making him promise that he would come back and appear before court in person next time, and they released him on that.
Yeah, she told him. I think she said that he had. We want you to go get some therapy for your mental illness, and then you make sure you come back here in a couple of months, darn it, and we're going to put a strongly worded letter in your personal permanent file if you don't. So what a freaking unbelievable.
And apparently, I've noticed somewhere that someone has started a GoFundMe page for this.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that. In fact, this is unbelievable. The GoFundMe page for this career criminal, and it says here this story: no fewer than 14 arrests. They're calling him as much a victim as Irina. Let's see, the suspect. I'm sorry, it says here, while what happened on the Blue Line was a tragedy, what we must not lose sight of is the fact that DeCarlos Brown Jr. was failed categorically by the judicial system and the mental health services of North Carolina, and as such is not entirely to blame for what happened. Holy crap. I know, here, one more. Raising money to assist with legal fees for this man, anything helps fight against the racism and bias against our people. What are you talking? This is unbelievable. You can't make this up. Murdered in cold blood, and he was failed by the system? The system is to blame? Oh, my God. Now, the GoFundMe took it down. Finally, someone said, you've got to be kidding me. And they said they took it down because it doesn't meet their standards, unquote. Well, it was up for a while.
I wonder how much they had raised while it was
I don't know. It doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't have a figure here. It doesn't say. And I don't know whether they would even mention it. They probably just send the money back. I don't know how they do that. I guess they just refund it
somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, isn't this disgusting? And again, what's even worse, the horrible crime. Like, how can you not trust riding a train in Charlotte, North Carolina to get to and from work and home and stuff? And then the fact that the media ignores it, completely ignores it, is unconscionable.
Really? I know. I just happened to see it on X when it showed up.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it showed up on our local Spectrum.
The only thing over the weekend was all over my phone. Every time I opened my phone, I was showing the story on Fox, looking up at Fox, but it wasn't on, New York Times, nothing. Washington Post, nothing. How could those, nothing. CNN, nothing. None of until today. CNN this morning was forced to say, well, people are reacting to the story of the so-and-so. It's just, it's so offensive and un-American. It's just, it's just biased and...
yeah, but it didn't fit their narrative, so they couldn't show it.
Yeah, I know. And again, people are saying, and they're saying race has nothing to do with it. Race has everything to do with it. If it had been reversed, if it had been, a white guy slaughtering a black girl on the way from wearing her pizza uniform, the poor girl trying to make a living in America for the white supremacy, you know what I mean? Every front page story would have been about that white supremacist Trump lover who slaughtered a little black girl with a knife. I mean, I guarantee it would have been every freaking minute would have been like that.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord. Hey, sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean to yell at you.
No, that's okay.
I know.
I've been angry about it all weekend.
I know.
So
thank you.
Exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, thanks, babe. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling, as always. 420.
If a group of 5% of America was Polish men, and they were committing 40% of the violent crimes in America, there'd be congressional hearings and exposés on 60 Minutes every week about why is this happening? Let's get to the bottom of it.
Right.
Well, that's what's happening, but it's black men between the ages of 18 and 45.
Yeah, or and under. I mean, the last two guys who just got caught for the Washington, D.C., the 75 gunshots fired that killed the intern, 17 years old. Both of them 17 years old. And a 15-year-old is out there somewhere, too. I mean, it's just hard to believe.
The Welfare Society from the 1960s and Senator Patrick Moynihan, Daniel Patrick Moynihan, warned us about it, a liberal from New York. This will destroy the nuclear black family. It's done exactly that.
Well, I remember in Chicago in 1980, Cabrini Green, named after a saint, was the most dangerous neighborhood in America. Police wouldn't, if there was a fire in Cabrini Green, the fire department would not go in. They were told, do not go in there unless you have police support, because they'd just get shot.
Yeah.
Shooting in fire trucks. I mean, just for fun, just because they, honestly, I'm not making this up, and I'm not. This, it's just you couldn't live there.
There's got to be a way to have a safety net for people who fall through, but also not a welfare state that just enables people to pop out babies with no father in the household.
The war on poverty had nothing to do with families reading their kids stories at night before they go to bed and checking their homework. I mean, sir, how simple could things be if parents had some kind of a cohesive unit to show love and affection and some kind of behavioral standards and stuff, and checking on their schoolwork and making sure they did what they're supposed to. Just simple things, just everyday stuff. That in this country when it was founded, you couldn't live if you didn't do everyday stuff. You couldn't live if you didn't just take care of business.
You didn't have time for this transgender crap and all this other stuff, and for parading and protesting in the streets.
Go fund me for the guy who slaughtered that girl with a knife and stabbed her.
They want evil. They don't care.
God. Anyway, it's 4:30. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? Everything's good. We got lots of stuff coming up here, including the Phillies Karen, the girl with the baseball. Holy smokes. I'm still trying to figure that one out. And it's next. You can help us. Look out. Mercy.
Extra 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR, and we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out extra1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
I just got a text from my favorite ex-wife. I sent some video today of the pictures I have of the kids at Christmas time when they were babies and stuff we did. And, I got thank you, Atlanta Safe House, reminding me to remind you, if you have precious things you want to keep forever, Atlanta Safe House has this safe for you. And my favorite ex-wife just said, thanks for the walk down memory lane. Stuff like that, let alone things like happened to me when I retired, went to Florida, and lost my business records. I didn't have a safe down there. I'm an idiot, and it cost me, and I'm an idiot. So don't be an idiot like the Kimmer. But things, now, medical records and legal degrees, your financial papers, your living will, all that stuff. You need to have a place to keep it safe. Floods, burglars, fire, whatever. You don't even want to think about taking on the stuff. But when you need it, you know it's there. Plus, don't forget this. My first gun safe was a Browning. Browning and Fort Knox, American Security, all these top brands. I'm telling you, they have rebates and sales all the time. You're going to save a bundle, and you will not pay any sales tax on gun safes. Check them out. Those gun safes and pistol safes are freaking beautiful. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. They have a showroom up in Acworth on Industrial Boulevard, AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a 3rd-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Looking to buy a firearm for home defense or personal safety? Start with True Prep, a locally owned store dedicated to education and safety. Right now, get 20% off all used guns and gear, excluding consignments, through August 31st. And if you have a firearm you're ready to sell, we buy used guns too. No pressure, just great deals and expert guidance. Visit TruePrep.com. That's TRU Prep.com to get started. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep. Come see us at 1000 Cobb Parkway in Marietta.
Hey Braves Country, Tom Glavine here. Want to drive like a champion? Start with a clean car from Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With cutting-edge equipment and elite customer service, it's more than a car wash, it's a win. Experience the ultimate clean at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, my go-to car wash destination and the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves.
My car is happy, I am happy, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out as the Nationals and Pirates come to town September 22nd through the 28th. Fans can look forward to the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead giveaway presented by Truist, Los Bravos Night powered by Georgia Power, the Kids Club Appreciation Party, and so much more, with tickets starting at just $7. There's a great seat no matter your budget. Head to Braves.com/promos for all the details. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Extra 106.3 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is, because we're happy to have you as part of the Extra community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Boom, boom. This is from the movie The Woman in Red, 1984.
Good song.
Yep. Stevie Wonder had his first British #1 hit with this song, I Just Called to Say I Love You, taken from the film The Woman in Red. It was 18 years after Wonder's chart debut in 1966. The song stayed at number 1 for 6 weeks in Britain.
Superstition wasn't number 1 over there?
I don't know. I guess not.
Or The Duke or whatever it's called?
Hard to believe. First British hit in 1984. I'm amazed. Let's see. Birthday list includes David Arquette, 54. He was in Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 1, Scream 7, Scream 14, Scream 32. Also The Outsiders and Ready to Rumble and whatever. David Arquette. I think he's somebody's brother or husband or something. Isn't he Patricia Arquette something or other maybe?
David Patricia,
Arquette.
There's Rosanna. They're
Rosanna
all related.
That's what I was thinking of, yeah. And on this day in history, what's that?
Maybe they're related. I don't know if David's related.
I forgot to look it up. I don't really care. 1960. Oh, my phone's not working. Oh, I hate when it does this. Okay, here we go. On this day in 1960, the official release of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Hitchcock's most financially successful film, produced on a budget of $800,000, it made $32 million on its initial release. Paramount was reluctant to do it in the first place, so Hitchcock financed it himself for 60% ownership of the movie. To save money, Hitchcock filmed it in black and white and in a television studio. Chocolate syrup was used for the blood swirling down the drain in the shower scene. Psycho is based on Robert Bloch's novel of the same name, which was loosely based on murderer and grave robber Ed Gein, or Gain, we pronounce Gein, pronounced different ways. Anthony Perkins' character, Norman Bates, and Ed Gein, or Gain, each had deceased, domineering mothers, had sealed off a room in their home as a shrine to their mother, and dressed in women's clothes. Gee, that's popping up more and more today. Janet Leigh's character, Marion Crane, flushing her note down the toilet, is the first time a toilet is shown flushing in American movie history. What a thing to make a bar bet. The first movie showing a flushing toilet, Psycho, 1960. And I remember that when I saw it the second time years and years afterwards. Wow. Well, it was like, what's the one with the author who runs off the road and then the woman? Misery. Oh, man. Anyway.
It's still tough to watch that one scene with the ankles.
Oh, no, I can't. I know. I couldn't watch it. No. All you just have to do is, oh, man. Anyway, a couple things. Holy Crap of Sports coming up. I can't wait to talk about stuff, including, first of all, and more people are doing it on kickoffs. They are deliberately not booming it out of the end zone.
They can't. In some kind of rule, they got to put it in a specific area.
Well, no, I thought there has to go at least to the 10, I think, and the guy can call a fair catch or something. But now they're trying to do the squibbling ones to make it harder for the guy to run. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't work. They're all making it to the 30. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it.
They got to come up with something.
It's stupid.
What's what I said? Have them all line up at their end zone on both sides, put the ball on the 50-yard line, and have the two fastest guys run to the 50 yards. And whoever gets to the ball first, that's who's got the ball.
Well, but then it's a speed event. Then it's not got nothing to do with football. I say, if they're not
football go hand in hand.
If they're not going to kick it off the way they're supposed to kick it off, then just at the end, when you score a touchdown, you give the other team the ball in the 20 and say, "Ready, set."
How about this? How about we get those big plastic balls?
Yeah,
and the guy who catches the ball inflates that immediately upon catching the ball.
I like it.
And then they all can slam into him as hard as they want.
I like it. I mean, seriously, it looks like, it's stupid.
It looks
a guy takes like 2 steps, like he's kicking an extra point, so it hit on the 9-yard line or something.
You know what it looks like? It looks like T-ball when you have the special rules for the toddlers.
Yeah, put it on the tee and wait for them to. It's stupid.
Grown men,
just give them the ball in the 20. If it's too dangerous and if they're too big and strong and fast and it's too dangerous, then just don't do it. Just give them the ball in the freaking 20. In fact, let's ask. Maybe we should find out what is the average spot on the yard line when a team receives a ball in the kickoff. In other words, what is the average so far? I can only do it this season. Like maybe last season too, they did it too, right?
What is the average yardage that a kickoff returner gets in the NFL this weekend?
From week 1 data, kickoff returns averaged about 21 yards per return, league-wide, down a bit from preseason, thanks to squibs and touchbacks sneaking back up.
See, there you go. Thank you, Grocky Girl. But put it on the 20. If they're all laying up at 20 anyway and no one gets to really see any special stuff and they're just squibbling around, put the damn thing on the 20 and play football. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Either do it right or don't do it. I mean, you know.
It doesn't matter what they do, though. They can't. It's just the ratings get better every year, and more people pay attention. It's amazing how the NFL has grown.
I know. And I'll say one quick thing. I don't want a whole sports thing here. I'm sorry, but I'll tell you, I haven't watched tennis, and I don't know how long. I watch occasionally over the last many years. I'll tune in for 5 minutes to watch the girls because I'm a leg man. I can see some of the girls. So I used to play a lot of tennis. So when I was in New Orleans, my wife and the guy next door was an Indian guy, and he was a good tennis player, and we would play almost every night. Just for an hour or something like that, and so I wasn't great, but I was okay at it. So I had fun with tennis. I saw stuff on the men's final yesterday. I've never seen how fast those balls go fly. I couldn't believe it. How the hell do they do that?
I don't know. I mean,
seriously, I'm sounding hysterical. You can't hit that ball.
No. You and I couldn't, not anymore.
You couldn't get your racket up in time to match it, let alone put it exactly where you want it. I don't know how they do it. And it's wham, 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 wham. And it's within 4 inches of their target. I can't believe it.
With spin,
yeah, with
backspin, overspin, underspin. It's amazing how every 5 or 10 years, the greatest ever shows up. We went from basically Sampras to Federer to Nadal and Djokovic, and now it's Alcaraz and Sinner.
Yeah.
The best ever.
Yeah. In fact, people were talking about it on the coverage. Jimmy Connors or somebody saying, I couldn't do that. I couldn't beat these
Connors
guys.
and McEnroe, they've been hard enough to beat them. It's impossible now to beat these guys.
They said they couldn't beat them. You can't play them.
Every generation has got exponentially better.
Obviously, the rackets must be strung way differently than they used to be because you can't hit a ball. If you take a racket from 20 years ago, I guarantee you could not get the thing to move like that.
Look at the body frame of Jimmy Connors and someone like that versus today's physique.
It's all different. Yeah.
Oh, that Alcaraz is just like he's like Michael Chang on roids.
Yeah.
Man.
And you know what bothered me? I feel like such an idiot when we belong to the country club. No. I know.
There's no gambling at Bushwood.
Well, I actually not only was I a golfer, but I also used to play tennis, and I played pretty good tennis, and so I got to the when I was playing our tennis championship at the country club, I got a couple wins in me, and then I played against one guy who looked just like that Alcaraz guy, although back in this is like 1962 or 3. And he was obnoxious. He was loud, and you said, "Oh, that was it." And that was, just one of the. And he looked just like that guy Alvarez. And when I watched him, it reminded me of how much I hated that little bastard I had to play against to beat him to get to the championship.
Obviously, he was a founding member of Alta.
Yeah, I mean, what is it with the sleeveless pinks now and stuff and all the things? Of course, Alta is the association for girls who want to have something on the side.
Atlanta League of Tennis A-holes is what that is.
That was usually just the. Guys would find out, honey, what do you mean you have Alta tonight at 10 and you won't be home until 4 in the morning?
And tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah. So Tuesday, Alta, sweetie? Is that... There's a lot of hanky-panking going on in that old Alta business in suburban areas.
Yeah.
Oh, my heaven's sakes. All right, it's already 4:46. It was Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, and we haven't even begun yet, so look out.
We've only just
I'll be home later.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and it's going to be harder than ever to get fair treatment on your personal injury claim. If you have been injured through no fault of your own, call me. You need a real lawyer, and that's who we are. We're not some TV and billboard lawyers who don't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 consecutive years, and that's because I try cases and I win cases. We get results for our clients, and we can get results for you. Hagan-law.com.
Saturday afternoon, it's a huge ACC matchup down on the flats as Brent Key and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets host Dabo Sweeney and the Clemson Tigers in Atlanta.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackets.
The Rattling Wreck kickoff show's on the air at 10 a.m. Then it's a 12 noon kick from Hyundai Field at Bobby Dodd Stadium, right here on the flagship home of Georgia Tech.
680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
The what now? I love it. I've been really trying. Oh, Marvin. Got the whole soul thing going on here now. With 1973, Marvin Gaye, 2 weeks at number one. 1973, starting on this day with a singles chart topper, Let's Get It On.
Get it on.
It reached number one, his second number one hit in America, but it only went to number 31 in Britain because they really don't like black people. So it's kind of a, but not really probably true. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Pink. Pink is 46. She did the song, My Parents Hate Me, My Teachers Try to Date Me. Is that her song there, Flounder? Isn't that Pink's song?
No idea.
My parents hate me. My teachers all try to date me. It's not what's going on, or I'm all alone, or something or other like that. Anyway, it's a huge song. I think that was hers. Sorry. The only well, I was just trying to add a little information to it.
Really? Who would want to date? I've never understood Pink. She's not good looking.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But it's a cute song. I can't believe you don't know that song. You know all these. You guys know music a million times more than I do.
That's not music. It's Pink. Please.
She's a huge hit singer.
Oh, yeah.
Flounder, you must know that song. It was like her number one.
I do not know. I mean, I know one or two of her songs, but not that one.
I wouldn't know her.
404-741-1230. Somebody knows the song. I think it's by Pink. And it says, my parents hate me. My teachers dated me.
Oh, it's a remake of an old Willie Dixon blues song, I'm sure.
God. Well, on this day in history, in 1642,
Mississippi John Hurt, maybe.
A pilgrim teenager named Thomas Grogger is hanged after confessing to, this is in 1642, the pilgrim teenager confessed to buggery with a mare, a cow, 2 goats, various sheep, 2 calves, and a turkey. The hell do you hold a turkey? In the Plymouth colony, bestiality was a crime punishable according to the Bible's Leviticus 20:15. And if a man shall lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. Grogger was forced to watch while the animals involved were slaughtered and their bodies destroyed because they were considered unclean. And then they hanged the teenager. It was Plymouth Colony's first recorded act of bestiality in 1642.
Animals will be bred and slaughtered.
They're going to see the big board. What a great movie. And I still have it on my DVD. Every once in a while, I'll play 10 minutes of it or just... it's old Buckaroo. Tell the old Bucky. Oh, mercy. Okay, now, all weekend long, and honestly, I still think this might be not even be real, but I guess it is real because I thought it was fake. Forever and ever, I thought it was fake. The story of what they're calling now Phillies Karen for the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team, and the woman who claimed that the guy who got the ball for his kid's birthday present in a scrim to get the ball that was hit into the stands, and the woman ran up. You've probably seen the video. It's all over the news here. Oh, well, not over. I mean, it's all over, I guess, probably most all the news. And about this woman started screaming at the guy, saying, "You took that from me. You got it out of my hand." The guy said, "What are you talking about?" It was all, just people were scrambling. I picked up the ball, gave it to my kid, and this woman started screaming so much that he said, "Take it, geez, take it, take it." But the crowd booed her, and it turns out, well,
she flipped off the crowd too.
Yeah, she gave him the finger, and it was she claimed it was rightfully hers, and claimed that he took it out of her hand, so she flipped the bird to the fans who were booing her. Now, another woman was identified as that woman, but has to go out publicly saying, no, that's not me. No. In fact, there's a school district that says, no, she doesn't work here either. That's not her. So the whole world is going nuts trying to find out, how could they not? Hell, she's so identifiable.
Yeah.
She's got a short white hair, barber, a bowl haircut.
She's a Karen. She's the poster child for Karenism.
How could everybody who knows her not know that was her and make her up public? No one knows. At this point, no one knows who she is.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And I guess now they're saying, well, okay, if fans are fighting for a ball, whoever gets the ball gets the ball. Now, if she had it in her hand and the guy snatched it from her, that's a different story.
That's different. Yeah.
But if it's balls rolling around and people are doing their hands like this and you get it, then you got it. But again, the guy, the little boy the son was very disappointed. He was very sad about it until the team, I guess somebody in the ushers or something got his name or whatever, and they brought him down, and the player was it the player who hit the ball, gave him a ball, and they gave him a
it was
bat?
Harrison Bader, I believe, that did it. Yeah.
And he got autographs, and he got a bat signed.
There's a meme that she shows up there and yells, "That's my bat!" And tries to grab the bat.
And again, the story was everywhere. Everywhere.
Well, she touched. All bets are off. You don't hit women, but when a woman comes up and touches you and grabs you by the arm, you got to grab that wrist and squeeze it hard.
You shed her
and say, "You will not be touching me or anyone else around here."
Did the old twisteroo and
and away you go.
Yeah. Anyway, the kid got a bunch of stuff for it, but again, I thought it was all fake. I thought it looked like it was all just a meme thing. All right, Flounder, we got another. Flounder's funny, isn't it?
Oh.
Nate Bargatze, Flounder, well done. Nate Bargatze was on CBS Sunday describing his life as a comedian. He is America's highest grossing comedian last year, and he does it with clean jokes. And Nate Bargatze says, he said, you feel like you're being asked to do this in the career that I have, and so you just got to trust your path is going to be the path and stick with it. When asked if it's like a religious calling, he said, yeah, I feel it's beyond me. Nate Bargatze, he says, I'm second to God, second to your family, second to the audience, second to everybody. You live to serve. And that's Nate now doing his science fiction
it's kind of a sci-fi
in the
movie
background.
we got going playing behind us here.
No, it's good. It was got Nate
Attack from Mars.
Anyway, Nate Bargatze talked about his career at clean comedy because he said, I don't want to disappoint my parents. If I can't tell jokes to my parents, I don't want to tell the jokes.
I'll be damned. Maybe it's coming full circle again.
That'd be nice.
Red Skelton's back.
He's one of the funniest guys I've ever heard.
He is funny.
Coming up at 5 o'clock, Holy Crap of Sports coming up too, and Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. How's your Monday?
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
A green light for ice raids to resume in L.A. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. California officials vow to keep fighting after the U.S. Supreme Court stayed a judge's decision that blocked immigration raids as discriminatory.
So it was a Biden-appointed judge in July issued a restraining order stopping ICE from stopping individuals with just reasonable suspicion that they're in the U.S. illegally. It barred officials from relying on certain factors like race. Well, the Ninth Circuit upheld that ruling, prompting the administration to go to the Supreme Court, arguing that the ruling restricted ICE's ability to enforce the law that says you can't cross the border illegally.
Fox's William Lajeunesse, Justice Brett Kavanaugh writing that race or ethnicity alone can't be a reason to stop someone, but it can be considered with other factors in forming reasonable suspicion to stop someone for illegal immigration checks. The L.A. mayor calls today's 6-3 ruling un-American. California's governor says it makes every person a target. A grieving mother calls for justice as her daughter's suspected killer appears in court in Maryland.
Hugo Hernandez Mendez was ordered held without bond. He's accused of murdering 19-year-old Dakara Thompson. Immigration officials say Hernandez Mendez is in the country illegally. The 35-year-old is from Guatemala. Surveillance video showed her getting into a black SUV August 23rd, but her body was found 2 weeks later off a highway. Hernandez Mendez was arrested by U.S. Park Police for DUI back in April, but was released at that time. Her mother, Carmen, reacted Monday.
I'm very disappointed, finding that out now, because we may not be here today if they did what they were supposed to do.
The county's state's attorney says they're still investigating, but plan to present a case to the grand jury shortly.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. In North Carolina, the man accused of killing a Ukrainian refugee in a subway stabbing has a lengthy criminal record, now charged with first-degree murder and held without bond. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Oh, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kibber with Pete Davis and Flounder and you at 106.3, the FAM of Atlanta. Happy Monday. How's it going? Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A lot of stuff going on here in the news. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up, and boy, talking about the Falcons. Good grief.
Do we have to?
No, I know. It's yuck. Anyway, and the Braves are back in town, and so we'll get all that going for us, all that kind of stuff. A lot of newsy things going on here today. Also, a couple of observations. I posted this on Facebook and YouTube coming in today through a local golf community neighborhood, and the first giant Halloween decorations are now on a guy's yard. 30-foot tall balloons of Halloween characters. Where? I put it on Facebook in the country club where I go through coming to work.
I'll take a video of my neighbor 2 houses down. Hands down, they've got I'd say 20-foot skeletons.
Already?
Yeah, 7 of them in the yard. I mean, this guy, his wife's favorite holiday is Halloween, and he goes above and beyond. I'll get a video.
I sent you video. Okay. Just driving by in the car. Valentina, my car editor, takes all my car videos because I would never take a
Valentina.
Valentina. What did I say? Valentina. My video editor. So anyway, so there's a little video, and I went by and said, "Oh my God, I got just a quick thing of it. They're giant. These giant, balloon. I guess they're air.
You know who also does that? Our boss.
Stan. He's got his whole freaking office. He puts stuff in his office like freaking, like crepe paper loops of, I guess he has children. He must have people at schools or something doing his freaking projects for him or something. It's like crepe paper,
It's creepy paper.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Creepy paper.
Oh, jeez.
He's got a radio out there that plays eerie sounds when you turn it on.
I would totally believe that. Believe that. Anyway, I tried to post that video today. It was like a 22-second video of me going through the neighborhood showing this Halloween decoration. Well, I thought it was kind of cute, kind of funny, so I did it. And when I tried to post it on Facebook, all of a sudden it stopped everything and said, copyright scan, doing copyright scan. Okay, I don't know when they all of a sudden started that. And the copyright scan prevented that little 20-second video of me in my car at a neighborhood thing, just out in the public, as though there's some kind of possible copyright infringement for that 22. It probably took, I'll bet you it took 8 minutes for them to decide there was no copyright investigation.
Well, you're playing music on your radio. Don't do that. It won't do that. Scott says the 12-foot witch will be up next week.
Oh, God. Well, see, there you are.
And that's the one here.
No, I just,
in the studio, the one he puts
Veronica's already talking about doing Christmas decorations.
Oh, God. No.
I saw something yesterday. I saw a great idea. In fact, Lori said this. Basically, you put your Christmas tree up right now, but you put a transparent white sheet over it with big eyes, so it looks like a ghost.
Yeah, get it all done now, and you're done.
It's brilliant.
507.
Unless you have cats.
Yeah, well, no, you don't want to have cats. Oh, good Lord. Also, I made a bizarre spotting of something today. Tell me if you think this is bizarre. A car in front of me, actually, he kind of cut me off, as it turns out. A car in front of me had a license plate that read 10, as in 10 STWNS. 10 STWNS. 10 straight wins. I assume.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. 10 straight wins.
STWNS. Now,
that's not the Braves.
Well, and so I thought to myself, I said, okay, this guy is publicly saying that he apparently is responsible for 10 straight wins of what? And so I almost wanted to go say, well, if you're showing off, you're so Mr. Braggy brag, and it was on a freaking Beamer. And I said, if you're going to show it off on, you won 10 straight somethings, then what are you talking about? Ought to have a little baseball decal or a something. I mean, what the hell? Now, should you go ask the guy if you see him in a parking lot getting his, what the hell, 10 straight what? Or is it, why would you advertise it if he doesn't want people to notice it, like showing off?
It's obviously on Underdog that he won.
I don't know. What's the chance? Like 80-20, or you get $5 for $1 or something. I love those odds.
I know. That's great odds.
I'm going to play
Put
later on.
$1 in, you win 5,000 times your money.
I'm going to play on the way home tonight. 508, can repeat. What playing back there now, Flounder? Flowers been playing music in the background here. Did you know that, or did you not know that? A few minutes ago, for over the last bar,
was there music playing over? I was downloading a couple of things.
Yeah, it was on the air.
Either that or coughing. If you had the bingo,
it was okay though. It wasn't objectionable. It was just different. we were wondering. I don't know what he's playing there, but it was for us, so it's okay. Anyway, everything's good.
I saw one today. Some car, and it said KBL TV.
Cable.
Yeah, cable TV.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Get him over to my house, because it was out again. The first weekend of Saturday college football, the cable goes out for a couple hours, and the whole neighborhood was gone. The whole area was. I called, and the whole area was
gone. That'd be riots.
Oh,
man.
yeah. First football Saturday. Yeah.
No, I wasn't the first football Saturday.
Well, it was
second.
Yeah, well, the
third,
first big
actually.
one. It was the first, anyway. Whatever. All right, Kimmer Pete Flounder, 509. How you doing? 404-741-1230. Holy crap, it's sports coming up. We got a lot to talk about the freaking Falcons, man. Unbelievable. Oh, I mentioned the Newsy thing. In fact, I want to talk about that. I'm going to go a little out of order here, too. I heard on a survey, I think it was on the Glenn Beck show today, they were talking about what's going on in America and with our culture and things like that. There was this guy, Glenn Beck's partner, did a national survey, 18 to 39-year-olds only. 18 to 39 only. 55% believe it would be perfectly fine to confiscate extra examples of wealth from the extremely wealthy and use that to make sure that people are able to get a home. The survey showed that a big percentage of would this be Gen Z, 18 to 39?
Probably.
Gen Z, whatever that. A great percentage of these people believe they will never be able to afford a house.
Probably true.
And it's probably true. So, in the meantime, they're therefore saying 55% are saying if some rich guy's got a summer home and another vacation home and rental property, well, we should be taking that to make sure people who need a home have a place to live.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
4 homes?
No, Mondani. This is just what Mondani's doing in New York.
No, I'm just saying
love this guy.
Bernie has 4 homes.
Bernie Sanders is telling people they should be supporting Mamdani as the new approach for liberalism in America, and the young people who are going to be voting him into office in New York agree.
That's their problem.
And this is a national survey. Most of the people 18 to 39 think it's okay to socialistically take someone's property.
Yeah, they do. If you talk to them,
cow.
They're dumber than cows. And cows are dumb.
This started as a reaction to Donald Trump coming down the escalator, and the woke crowd left the hate for him. All of a sudden, everybody got afraid to do anything that was in the least bit conservative. They were afraid to stand up for what's normal and decent anymore.
You know what they're going to learn, these Gen Zs, in the future?
Yeah.
That you vote socialism in, but you got to shoot your way out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, this is really absolutely hideous, astounding. I couldn't believe it. That survey. These young people. Okay. A couple of good news for Donald Trump. One good mention for Donald Trump. The U.S. Supreme Court said you can continue the sweeping immigration raids in Los Angeles. It's a big win for Donald Trump. And guess what? The decision 6-3, and the 3 liberal girls all said no. In fact, the dumb one who's been mocked by who's the one? 3 names.
Ketanji Jackson.
No. The smart one. The one.
Sotomayor.
No. The smart one that we like. The conservative who's school has 12 kids and come on, she just got
Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah, Amy Coney Barrett has been mocking Sonia Sotomayor and the others. Justice Sotomayor, the stupid one, wrote, countless people in Los Angeles area have been grabbed, thrown to the ground, and handcuffed simply because of their looks, their accents, and the fact that they make a living by doing manual labor, unquote. That's how she put it in the Supreme Court documents. That's what she said. You dirty, rotten liar. It had nothing to do with grabbed, thrown to the ground, and handcuffed because of their looks. The fact of the matter is, the border people are trying to crack down on this with Donald Trump, are saying, clearly, if we're looking for illegal immigrants in Los Angeles, the fact that they might have, they look like illegal immigrants is reasonable as a cause to pull them over, is to go looking. I mean, holy cow. They said the restraining order went too far, restricting how ICE agents could carry out stops or question suspected unlawful immigrants. To be clear, apparent ethnicity alone cannot furnish reasonable suspicion. That was overturned. Yes, it is reasonable suspicion.
Yeah.
If you got 50 Spanish guys in the back of Home Depot on a Sunday morning, guess what? Yes, sir.
Rick the Painter makes his glorious return.
What happened? We were wondering. We had a look out, a bolo out here. Rick the Painter, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, man, I hate to follow what you're doing here, but I'm on the lighter side.
Yeah, lighter. Yeah.
You know, you were talking about some tennis earlier, and I used to play the Alta League here in tennis.
Alta,
Well, I'm playing pickleball now, and I was in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, they're complaining it's too loud.
Dickly-dackly, yeah.
Yeah, well, they've got this new game. It's a new tennis. It's called Quiet Tennis. Have you heard of that?
Quiet tennis? No. How does that work? I haven't.
It's the same as regular tennis without the racket.
Without the racket. So in other words, the noisy the racket going. There's a lot of racket. Oh my gosh.
Kimmer, Rick, never fall in love with a tennis player.
Why should you never fall in love with a tennis player?
Love means nothing to them.
Nothing to these people. Ginga. Thank you, Rick. Glad you're still alive. God. 514. No card, no texting, freaking email. Holy Ghost Sports Code.
Flowers.
No.
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
I'm Pete Davis, and football is back. An Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right now here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can start with as little as $1. Here's what I'm thinking about this upcoming weekend's games. Philly running back Saquon Barkley to barely exceed his rushing yard projections against the Chiefs, and Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb to rebound with higher touchdown projections at home against the Giants. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out on the fun coming up. The Washington Nationals battle your Braves September 22nd through the 24th, presented by OnX Hunt. On September 22nd, the first 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a Ronald Acuna Jr. red carpet bobblehead presented by Truist. And then on September 23rd, it's Los Bravos Night, powered by Georgia Power. Make sure to arrive early to enjoy a live salsa band and dancing, an on-field presentation recognizing Hispanic players and coaches, and so much more fun. Tickets start at just $7. And the 2025 regular season concludes with the Pittsburgh Pirates in town, September 26th through the 28th. The weekend includes a Kids Club appreciation party on Sunday featuring free face painting, special appearances, and so much more. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the details and to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When it comes to mowing, you'll want to run the perfect play for your lawn. So, get an Exmark. Their mowers are built to perform like a champion. With legendary cut quality, unbeatable durability, and pro-level speed, Exmark helps you score the perfect yard week after week. Don't fumble your mowing season. Put Exmark in your starting lineup. Available now at Howard Brothers. They're the team that has your back no matter the season. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Children are a gift from God, and every day, thousands of women across the nation are facing unplanned pregnancies with nowhere to turn. Right now, nearly 1 in 4 pregnancies end in abortion, and that's over 3,000 lives lost every single day. But through the Preborn Network clinics, there is hope. These clinics provide free ultrasounds that introduce a mother to her baby, and that is the moment that changes everything. Over 350,000 babies have already been saved through this life-giving work. But it doesn't stop there. Mothers are being introduced to Christ, they're receiving practical support, and they're choosing life. Moms like Valeria, who thought she didn't deserve to have a child until her search led her to a Preborn Network clinic. Now she has a beautiful daughter who is already spreading life to others. This is happening every day. Just $28 a month can save a life, restoring a precious gift from God. Dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Beck. That's preborn.com/Beck. Let's rescue a generation, one heartbeat at a time. Sponsored by Preborn.
All right, look out now. On this day, 1988, future Vice President Dan Quayle says for the record, quote, Republicans understand the importance of bondage between parent and child. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
By popular demand, I'm going to start the sports the way we started the show.
All right, please do.
My friend Jeff, he's been following them since he moved here from Iowa in the 70s, the Falcons.
Yeah.
I've been following them since 69.
72 for me. Yeah.
And by the way, I posted, I said, late great Miller Pope. I said, this one's for you, Miller. Same old Falcons. Because he's been following them since 66 until last year.
Wow.
Being a fan of the Atlanta Falcons is like being Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Every year at this time, you talk yourself into believing that this is the year Lucy does not snatch that football out from under you. Or being a Falcons fan is like being Linus, believing this is the year the great pumpkin will finally show up in the sincere pumpkin patch. When in reality, being a Falcons fan is sitting up on Christmas Eve and hearing Santa Claus land on the roof, then you hear him blow his head off and then fall down the chimney.
Oh my God. What an
That is being a Falcons fan.
Guts. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start the game by giving Bijan Robinson another space to operate, which leads to a long touchdown. What we've been waiting for from Bijan, and he delivered. But then let's start running off tackle or up the middle. Then we'll throw a low percentage pass on third down. Then we'll punt like over and over and over again. Let's not keep what's working. We're too smart for that. Yeah. I am a traditionalist. The old song, I forget which coach said this. If you're doing something that's working, pound it until they prove they can stop it.
Yeah, right.
It's like a pitcher. Keep throwing it until they prove they can hit it. Yeah. Quit outsmarting yourself.
I don't get it.
Zach Robinson, this is all last year and now one game this year. He's not an offensive coordinator, not in my opinion.
Well, we got stars, and at first it looked like they finally using our stars.
Yeah, at first.
I thought, oh my God, this is maybe they will go to the playoffs after all. This looks really good. And by the way, the freaking Penix, he's got a rocket for an arm.
And the spirals.
I mean,
beautiful.
Fast, quick. He looked like freaking Namath out there. Quick, fast release.
Left-handed Namath.
Oh man, unbelievable.
If I can sit on my porch up in the mountains and successfully predict 2 out of every 3 offensive plays they're going to run before they do it, what is Tampa Bay doing?
When they didn't make a first down and they ran student body left just all the way to the end, to the sideline and made about a foot and just dragged it out. I mean, where are you going? You go north and south.
Well, the Bucs won 23-20. The Falcons lost their 7th opener in the last 8 years. They are consistent. Now, sometimes these guys take something simple, which I think is what they're doing now, and they make it too hard. Mm-hmm. I understand if you never played it on that level, you don't understand what's going on in the huddle. You don't understand how someone's not doing something during the play, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But it's still football. It's not rocket science. No. You can figure it out by looking at it. The defense started ball of fire. I had 2 straight 3-and-outs, I believe, which hasn't happened since I was a child, I believe. And then it came back to earth. The offensive line could not poke enough holes for Robinson and Tyler Algier. Only 48 rushing yards between 2 of the best running backs in the NFL.
That's not possible.
At home.
That's not possible.
Against a team you beat twice last year that you need to beat. Now, they're going to go up and beat the Vikings in Minnesota?
Maybe an old-fashioned draw play once in a while or something. I don't know.
Gosh, no one does the draw anymore.
I know.
And I love the old screen passes.
I mean, trap blocks, and I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
You got to hand it to Baker Mayfield, like you said. That sucker under pressure.
I'll tell you,
he played very well.
That final touchdown, our defender was all over the receiver too. I mean, he was right there.
He was close.
And Baker Mayfield, and scrambling and going nuts through that thing perfectly within 2 inches of where it had to be.
It was
unbelievable.
Brett Favre-like is what it looked like.
He did that a couple times that game. I was amazed. A really quality quarterback kid.
Well, it's off to Minnesota for a Sunday night in front of the entire nation.
Oh,
that should be fun. The Vikings are in Soldier Field tonight for Monday Night Football against the Bears. So that should be a good game.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully Drake London's shoulder is better and Darnell Mooney can come back. Otherwise, that's going to be another blowout like it was last year.
Yeah.
Because they got a new quarterback this year. Bijan became the fastest Falcons running back to reach 1,000 yards receiving.
Excellent.
That's right. Okay. Interim place kicker Younghoe Koo missed the game-tying field goal at the end, then decided to miss the locker room question and answer session afterwards.
That's wrong in every way.
Left his teammates hanging out to dry where they had to talk about it.
Well, my earlier question was this: if he missed the kick, he missed the kick. But if there was a problem with the hold or something on the ground, or whether his left foot slipped, I mean, there must be. I assume that a kicker would know why he missed the kick
because he missed
it. Felt different. The instep, but he ought to be able to explain it because how the hell did you miss? Because you won. You hit 2 others.
Kimmer, he did about 2:00 this afternoon.
Oh, he did.
Which was what, almost 24 hours after the game. Decided to show up and talk about it.
That's about time.
Meanwhile, interim head coach Raheem Morris says they will bring in kickers to compete, but for now, Koo is still the number 1 place choker. So
well.
And how many more years do we have to be saddled with this weak-ass slogan, "Rise Up"?
Yeah.
They posted it like 25 times on a tweet yesterday before the game.
What that means.
What does it mean?
Well,
you know what it means? It means losing.
Well, it means that you haven't risen up so far.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. It means it's about time to rise up, or too bad we haven't risen up before. I mean, that's what that means to me.
I bet our listeners could come up with a better Falcon slogan than "Rise Up." That's just say. One of my favorite tweets about the loss showed a man pouring bleach into a beer mug with the intent of swallowing it.
Yes.
Wild Bill 44 tweeted, "They're still lucky to have fans, to be honest."
Yeah.
Well, 60 years of incompetence. And I'll say it again. Arthur Blank has done a lot for this city. What a
he has,
philanthropist.
sure.
What
Absolutely.
a wonderful man in that sense. He has as many Super Bowl appearances as the Smith family. Okay. I turned off the Ravens-Bills game at halftime last night, started playing a little video game.
Yeah.
And about an hour later, I turned back in. There was 8 minutes to go in the game, and Baltimore's up 40-25. Now, most people would have said, okay, that's
Ball
it.
game.
Going to bed.
Yeah.
I decided to hang around for the end, and it was the best decision I made all week.
I wish I'd stayed. I couldn't.
You're not a real fan.
No, I'm not a real
like
fan.
Like those Bills fans that left.
I'm a Bills fan now. I love that. That Josh Allen. I think he's freaking great.
I
man.
watched him in college playing in the mud and the snow in Wyoming, and I thought that the wind didn't affect his throws
He's
one
a
bit.
tough kid.
I
He's
thought
a
he was
tough
tough
kid,
then.
and I like it.
And Buffalo came back and won 41-40 at home, which that's big for the playoffs and stuff like that. Derrick Henry had a great night, but his fumble allowed the Bills to kick the winning field goal as time expired.
That.
Poor guy. A field goal kicker who actually makes field goals under pressure, though. Matt Prater went out there, 41 years old.
Shall I remind him what Coach Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers said when his guy hit that 60-yarder? Mike Tomlin, the coach, said, "My kicker is a serial killer." Mm-hmm. Serial killer. And people on social media said, no, he's got the heartbeat of nothing. It's like he doesn't, nothing bothers him. He's a serial killer. I thought, wow, what a way to put confidence in your kicker and how it takes over the team. Cool.
And my apologies. I said Aaron Rodgers was washed up. We had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I tell you,
but he's playing the Jets.
Yeah, but still, I saw part of that game too. And Aaron Rodgers looked great.
He did look good.
His arm looked strong, and his passes were. He looked pretty good
against the Jets.
Yeah.
The Bengals squeaked past the Browns, but not before a green dildo found its way onto the field.
Jeez.
A referee calmly picked it up, turned and waved it to the crowd, saying, "Do you know the penal code in this state?"
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
That didn't happen. Braves, speaking of pounding, yesterday 18-2.
Oh.
Joey Wentz falls to 5-6, gave up 8 runs in just 2 1/3 innings.
Well, that's not good there.
Outside Hayden Harris, the bullpen, not much better. Jurickson Profar did have a home run. Cubs in town starting tonight. I saw a few walking around early out there, little Cub fans walking around. The 9-6 Shota Imanaga for the Cubbies, a right-hander against the 6-9 Bryce Elder. Now, Cubs are in second place in the National League Central, 7.5 games behind Milwaukee, but they do have the first NL wildcard spot pretty much locked up.
Milwaukee's playing great baseball this year. I had no idea.
The Braves, 12 games out of the final wildcard spot.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Matt Olson tied Ryan Klesko for 20th on the all-time Braves franchise homers, 139.
No kidding.
Over the weekend.
Good.
Good for him. One of my favorite players as a kid has passed, though, Davey Johnson.
I know. In fact, I remember watching him play second base in Atlanta at the stadium and in the stands at the games. And I remember thinking to myself, when he set the record for 43, I think it was 43 home runs, the record for a second baseman. And I thought, wow. And then all of a sudden, he's gone, and then he's a manager, and 82 years. What a career.
I saw him hit a home run to left field in Full County Stadium. It was a rocket, too.
He killing him that year.
Davey Johnson, manager of the 1986 World Champion Mets. He was 82 years old, a long illness hospital down in Sarasota on Friday. Johnson was a light-hitting but great fielding second baseman called Dave Johnson for the Orioles. Helped win 2 World Series with them.
Yeah,
and he couldn't hit a lick.
Yeah.
Okay. He was traded to the Braves, and I think Frank Robinson said later, I think it was Frank Robinson said that Hank Aaron taught him how to swing for home runs.
Really?
In Fulton County Stadium.
Changed the launch angle or something.
Found his power stroke, I guess.
Wow.
13 years in the majors. Hit 43 homers for the Braves in 73, along with Henry Aaron and Darrell Evans, the first team ever to have 3 batters hit 40 homers or more.
I remember that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Also, Montreal Canadiens Hall of Fame goalie Ken Dryden has passed away at age 78. Remember Ken Dryden?
No, I don't know.
The big, tall Montreal Canadian guy beat the Russians and the Soviets at the time.
Oh, I'll bet.
To me, probably the greatest goaltender ever, but there's been so many, Brodeur and so many, and Hasek since then. Dryden won 6 Stanley Cups in 8 years for the Canadiens back in the 70s, even though he set out 1 year for a salary dispute.
No kidding.
What did Ken Dryden do during that off year?
Probably worked at an auto dealership.
Ken Dryden became a lawyer. Went to law school and became a lawyer.
Kidding.
Yeah. But he always reminded me of Neil Boortz. He kind of looked like him and kind of was very like him. He was a very smart sports for the athlete of the time of the 70s. He was and didn't put up with anything.
Yeah.
He said, Canadians, you're not giving me enough money. I'll just go be a lawyer.
Well, that's where a lot of them were.
The other night, Dodgers pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto was 1 out away from a no-hitter in Baltimore.
Yeah.
It was broken up by a homer. Then the Orioles went on to win the game 4-3. Jason Stark tweets, it's the first time in history a pitcher lost a no-no on a homer with 2 outs in the ninth, and then his team lost the game. First time ever.
That's unbelievable.
Ever. College football, both Georgia Tech and Georgia easily took care of their opponents. Vanderbilt came from behind to win at Virginia Tech, and afterwards the Hokies grounds crew posted a pic of Vandy's clean locker room and thanked them for being such fine Southern gentlemen for cleaning and making it spotless before they left. That doesn't happen much.
No. And by the way, Georgia fell in the polls.
Did they?
2 spots and went to number 7 or something.
AP?
Yeah. Or whatever I read. Something.
Well, there's coaches in AP, and then there's on 3. Everybody's got a new one.
They fell 2 spots and traded with somebody who's now 4.
Now, that was good sportsmanship. I'm not going to talk about the bad sportsmanship that the Florida player did. He spit on some guy. He was kicked out. Basically, it helped USF beat Florida for the first time ever.
Well, good.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Excellent, sir. Well, there's so much more coming up. 5:32 already. Come on, Pete and Flounder. And everything's it's a beautiful day, and we're going to talk about OnlyFans, folks, and how now colleges, holy cow, here we go. Come on, Pete and Flounder, standing by. Happy Monday.
By texting Extra 106. Recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
You know, I want to make sure you understand my Peach State Windows client, Jeff and his wife have known for 25 years. They also will give you a free deck inspection. And boy, is that important, because the codes have changed. Those little slats on the top, if they're not the right angle, you're violating a code in some counties. It's true, I'm not making that up. Anyway, Peach State Windows, these guys are builders and contractors. So if you have, obviously the windows are their specialty. The more you need, the more you're going to save. Also, specializing in siding as well. I'm a Hardy Plank fan, but whatever your house needs, and they can fix your roof. Something's rattling on your roof, you don't have to get a whole thing going. They'll take care of that for you. Front doors, the whole deal. And the deck inspection, peachstatewindows.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey Braves Country, Tom Glavine here. Want to drive like a champion? Start with a clean car from Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With cutting-edge equipment and elite customer service, it's more than a car wash, it's a win. Experience the ultimate clean at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, my go-to car wash destination and the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Georgia newsmakers are always live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Dr. Rich McCormick, he represents Georgia's 7th congressional district.
We're at war with the cartels. We can destroy their bad guys. If you teach kids, when you buy drugs, you're supporting rapists, murderers. It will no longer be about getting high. It'll be about supporting evil people. When you get rid of the demand, you'll get rid of the problem.
Listen to the full interview now at extra1063.com or on the all-new Extra 106.3 app.
Do a little rainy day after all this stuff too, right? Oh, sorry. Sorry, was that on the air? Ding, I love this song. I have it on my magic stick.
It was an early morning yesterday.
The Super Tramp.
I was up before the dawn.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I really have enjoyed my stay. But I must be moving on.
Shame to report, Rick Davies has passed away. Co-founder, singer, songwriter of the British progressive rock band Supertramp. Rick Davies had multiple myeloma, blood cancer. He passed away at 81 over the weekend in East Hampton, New York. He worked with partner Roger Hodgson, and they did their album Breakfast in America in 1979. They got a huge commercial hit in that era with that album. Take the Long Way Home, the logical song, Goodbye Stranger, which Davies wrote. The song, Davies and Hodgson shared the vocals, and Davies sang the lower register. Hodgson did the falsetto, but when Hodgson left the band in 1983, Davies did both parts.
Yeah, he's a talented.
At the Supertramp concerts, he did both parts.
And that was the soundtrack of my senior year in high school. That was a huge album.
I love this song. I love this song.
That whole album was good.
Yeah. Supertramp.
And named after a character in a Nietzsche.
I wasn't sure where they got that because that's kind of a funny, unusual, funny name. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Birthday list, a couple of sports singer, one sports singer, Pete Davis. Maurice Cheeks, the basketball player, 69 years old today.
This, David O'Brien just reported, I forget who he writes for these days, that Alex Anthopoulos has lost 60 pounds with water fasts. He said Dana White mentioned it, so he's been doing water fasts
just drinking
for
water
days.
And that's it?
Off and on, that he would eat a few days, and he lost 60 pounds.
Well, okay, congratulations. Yeah. I'm happy for him. However, I'll bet you there are a lot of doctors out there listening right now saying, "No, wait a minute, that's really not water fasting, and that what you're going to keep it off? Do you think, or your body's better now?" Or
Fasting's hot right now. He said did not take the Ozempic, so good for him.
Yeah.
Not only that, it's the way he's doing it is more natural. You're using water.
Well,
you're not using.
Yeah.
Whatever that stuff is, they're putting in your body.
My Lord. Let's see. On this day in history, Pete, 1985. What's Mr. Froggy? 1985, Pete Rose of the Cincinnati Reds broke Ty Cobb's career hits record. Everybody thought he had tied it with 41-91, but it turns out the league accidentally double counted one of Ty Cobb's game hits. And Pete Rose broke the record in 1985. And I remember they put a little spot on the field where he did it, if I remember.
And we got a little breaking Braves news here.
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
Looks like Sean Murphy is going to have hip surgery. He'll be ready for spring training.
Oh.
Which means Drake Baldwin will play more.
Well, that's true.
Give
All
him a
right, well,
chance.
that's good to know.
Yeah. But hopefully Sean will be back, be well.
Yeah.
He's a great defensive kid.
Yeah. Now, we have something very special coming up here. But first, speaking of something bizarre, on this day in history, I hope you can hang on to this one now. This is where they used to do it in 1657. The great Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan erected the magnificent Taj Mahal in India as an enduring tribute to his dead wife. Here's the rest of the story. Another enduring erection that the emperor created a far less savory legacy because on this day in 1657, he fell ill with what court records for the time would call stangery. Stangery meant you couldn't get rid of that thing was in your trousers there. The chroniclers were a bit more blunt.
Why would you want to get rid of something?
The aging emperor had become enamored of a young woman, and in order to engage with her, resorted to certain aphrodisiacs with long-lasting effects. And so a reporter named Niccolo Manucci said Shah Jahan brought this illness upon himself. He wanted to enjoy himself like a youth, and with his innocent, took different stimulating drugs. They brought on a retention of him for 3 days, almost at death's door. Now, here's the problem. The episode passed as yet another weird imperial overindulgence, except for his 4 sons, who, when they heard his father was horribly ill, went on war against each other over who was going to succeed him. The result rocked India's peacock throne. The ailing emperor was deposed. He was relegated to a gilded imprisonment the rest of his life. 2 of his sons were defeated in the fratricidal clash. A third managed to flee, while the 4th, Agnagatha, murdered his 2 defeated siblings, snatched the throne from his father, and proceeded to launch a bloody religious war in India that killed millions. All this because the old man felt frisky. Shah Jahan at first rebelled against his confinement, tried to arrange the assassination of his own son, the son who had been kind enough to send his dad the severed head of one of his brothers. In the end, though, the deposed emperor remained in prison, staring out at the Taj Mahal from his palace in Agra, India, until he joined his late beloved wife there 7 years after losing his throne.
But you buried the lead there. What drugs was he taking?
It's available now in 3 days, my friends.
Doctor.
3 days.
Well, doctor, yeah, he has that stuff.
Yeah. And now, Flounder, if you will, something you'll really enjoy here with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. A little special Pete offering here on 106.3 on your happy Monday. Another edition of Not the Kimmer's Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where our goal is to bring a tiny ray of hope and grace into your otherwise miserable little lives. Today's episode, I see, said the blind carpenter as he picked up his hammer and saw. Sorry. A sprawling suburban Roswell home. Flounder is sitting inside on his sofa, enjoying a bag of Doritos whilst watching some American football. Suddenly, there's a strong knock on the front door. Flounder calmly walks to the door and opens it and finds an officer of the law standing there. Flounder queries the cop.
May I help you, officer?
Yes, we're performing a dragnet door to door. I'm looking for a man with one eye.
Flounder gently rubs the back of his neck and shakes his head.
Gee, officer, I don't really want to tell you how to do your job, but don't you think you'd find it much quicker if you used both eyes?
The officer removes his handcuffs from his belt and says,
Turn around and put your hands behind your back, sir.
and scene. Did you see what we doing? Oh, Pete, it's like the one was the other with a different person flip-flopped with a flounder and God. And the grammar of the both eyes were the old, I don't know how it gets any better. I don't know. The YouTube applause meter, it went to 13. It went to the bubble burst. The bubble burst. Oh, God. It's just another edition of...
I got to work on my flounder.
No,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, Flounder was in there going, what the hell is that?
You know what he was trying to make me do? He says, hold your nose and have a list.
Yeah, be really
pal.
Like this. Officer.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Don't waste a mule. Anyway.
We almost lost a daggone good.
Now. My God. 546.
More beans, Mr. Taggart?
Flounder. I'd say you had enough. 1063.
The sheriff is...
Sheriff is near.
More than intelligent, it's thoughtful. Not just spacious, it's sensuous. And along with the sure-footed all-wheel drive, the GLC SUV is now available as an efficient, effusive, and effective plug-in hybrid. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLC 350e 4MATIC SUV. Just $429 per month for 24 months with $54.73 due at signing. Exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the RBM of Atlanta's Fall Sales event, now through September 30th. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through September 30th, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Is this Jackie Wilson? I've never heard this song. Jackie Wilson, 1957. Reet Petite by Jackie Wilson, released for the first time, was a British number one 29 years later. From 1957, released now, but it was number one 29 years later in Britain. This doesn't sound like a song that would be number one in Britain in the 70s. During a 1975 benefit concert, Jackie Wilson collapsed on stage from a heart attack and subsequently fell into a coma that persisted for nearly 9 years until Jackie Wilson died in 1984. Wow, what a story. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Monday to you here with a thing there. Let's see, a birthday list includes Jonathan Taylor Thomas, a little kid from Home Improvement, is now 44 years old today. And on this day in history, 1935, Senator Huey P. Long, Kingfisher, is shot at the Louisiana State Capitol by Dr. Carl Austin Weiss Jr. Huey P. Long died 2 days later, known as Kingfish. Huey Long had just moments before pushed through a redistricting bill that would remove Weiss's father-in-law, the Judge Benjamin Pavey, from the bench. Weiss, who shot Huey Long, was then killed at the scene by Long's bodyguards, who shot him more than 60 times. Well, that's all the bullets they had. As with many high-profile murders, there are alternative versions of the event. Some speculate Weiss only punched Huey Long in the mouth, causing the bodyguards to open fire, and that Long was actually killed by a stray bullet, and that Weiss's gun was then retrieved from his nearby car and placed on the scene to make it look like an assassination. Who knows? Louisiana politics? Are you kidding me? Those people threw chicken bones in the legislature. That's a true story. Anyway, 5:53 already. Holy cow. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? I saw this today. Over the weekend. OnlyFans. We made some jokes earlier about having an OnlyFans here with the Kimmer Show just for fun. And so I obviously have nothing to offer that anybody would pay any money to. And in fact, although we may do, it might be fun to have a YouTube thing where we just kind of goof around to show them what we're doing before the show starts.
TikTok
or TikTok or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, for the record, here's the deal. There's a trend sweeping college campuses creating and selling content on OnlyFans. Sexual explicit context and content in exchange for money for subscribers. More and more people are not getting married, says a guy, a documentary series director on the platform infiltrating college campuses called Lonely Fans. More and more people are not having kids. More and more people want to cut the line. Since the pandemic explosion of OnlyFans, the amount of money they're making is more than Google, more than Intel, more than the NBA. In 2019, the OnlyFans site had 350,000 people on it. Now they have more than 4 million. Staggering rise. It's a payroll system. It's use sex to prey on lonely people. Because of technology, anybody can have a payroll. Even the highest-ranking universities across the country are rising tuition costs, plaguing students seeking out a way to pay for college. The average cost of college in America now is like $40,000 a year, more than doubled in the last few years. Interest rates force kids maybe paying as much as $500,000 to get a bachelor's degree. This platform has risks, as we know, but here's what's happening. A guy says he overheard a group of girls under 18 years old interested in joining OnlyFans while he was filming a protest outside a California high school. These were girls coming out of high school and saying, "Oh, what's wrong with OnlyFans, man? We're going to do that as soon as we turn 18. It's something people want to do right out of school instead of picking a career. And they're finding ways to make money on OnlyFans." Of course, it's the kind of thing that can follow you around forever. You know, you never get rid of it if you're going for a job interview later. But again, this OnlyFans thing is everywhere.
And there's thousands of people doing it, so you have to do something kind of special to get.
That's the thing. This one girl who made $15 million in 2 weeks.
She was famous, though, going in.
Yeah, but she also said a guy paid her a whole bunch of money to use baby oil to...
She was famous. These kids going in thinking they're going to do that too. You're not famous. How are you going to get the word out?
Yeah, but the only one way is to do things that people are going to react to. So the more outrageous... I mean, here we go. But again, it's a social media lifestyle. This is how they're going to make money. And with AI, I mean, unless you, like Blorch was talking about, unless you know how to do underwater welding, AI is probably not going to do that on oil rigs in the middle of the Atlantic.
Well, AI is going to take the place of OnlyFans anyway. Yeah. Why are you going to pay someone to do it when the AI can do it and do it better?
They'll have your girlfriend that you can see and talk. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't get it.
It's short-lived. I'm sorry. Unless you're famous, it's short-lived.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't get to this story. I love this story. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, I love this guy. He was having an argument a few weeks ago with Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, and apparently Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who, by the way, is gay, said that he threatened to beat the crap out of Pulte for trash-talking him to President Trump. And the Treasury Secretary lashed out at Pulte, saying, "Why the blank are you talking to the president about me? Blank you, I'm going to punch you in your blanking face." Holy smokes. He's done that before. He punched Elon Musk. When Musk shoulder blocked him, he slugged him. Bessent slugged Elon Musk, but I like this guy.
Alpha male.
Yeah, damn right, man. And he knows what he's talking about, too. And when he sets their media people straight, I like the guy. Flounder, we got one more Flounder's Funny back there, I'll bet you, here before we have to sign off.
Yes, sir. This is an oldie but a goodie. I know you'll like it right away.
I love it.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. They do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but God, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone?
Don on the phone.
I want a concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a tempo record every time I do a death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. It's the last time I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying.
Casey
Kasem right there.
Did you ever hear the thing that John Boy put together?
I still have it.
You still have it?
Oh, yeah, I have
it. Is it clean anyway?
No, it's dirty as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, I can. Let me play it tomorrow and see what kind of editing it'll take.
It would take you forever.
Yeah.
It was me when I was recording
every other word.
Oh, Lordy.
I used to have a cassette of all Tom Hughes and Dennis O'Hare and you and everybody nutting up when you were recording spots.
Yeah. Well, this is an example of me recording a bunch of spots.
I got to find that cassette.
That's not good.
Well, that's the cassette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. Well, listen, boys, have a great night. Go Braves. Braves, is it Chicago? Cubbies?
Yeah, Cubbies.
Excellent. Well, it could be a good game, and we're looking forward to having a little good news from the Braves. Now, but they're 12 games out, but, I guess they could still... They got to win most of the games. Is it over?
It's September.
They can't
I don't think a team's ever come back this late.
Mathematically, I think.
Well, at least
they're still in it.
At least it's baseball. So if you like baseball, you'll go to the Braves.
It's almost over.
There you go. Anyway, Christine, sing me home, baby. Falcons. I gotta go. You're killing me. I had to bring up the Falcons.
Go Flames.
Look out.
Have better luck saying.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra.
Pentagon officials made an unannounced trip to Puerto Rico earlier today as the U.S. looks to beef up security in the Caribbean to combat drug trafficking.
The photos posted by Puerto Rico's Governor Jennifer Gonzalez show Hexeth and her shaking hands with service members. The secretary also could be spotted on a platform speaking and posing for pictures with the troops. The governor went on to say our soldiers are heroes who with courage